And you're not listening. It is your choice to make a little mockery, it won't do. Further down the line, still surrendering, trying harder to forgive you. Candlelight has gone out. Some will win and some will lose. Nothing much else to say. Thought I was searching for something. Door has closed, not a sound. Take a look as I am now. Still I smile but don't speak. Will you please slow down? Slow down, slow down, slow down.
Seeing monsters out your window. No, you can't sleep, you pretend though. You don't have to play the hero. Cause I got you like you got me. When the earth shakes, when the bombs scream, until our last breath, every heartbeat. When your nightmares turn to real life and the ground's filled up with landmines, we will face it, standing side by side. You know I'll come running when you need, I'm coming. You know I'll come running. You go to war, then I'm going with you. Pick up my sword, yeah, there's nothing I won't do. When you sound the alarm and the there's nothing I won't do. When you sound the alarms and the chaos is rising, leading the charge, I am coming, I'm fighting. Swear on the breath that I breathe, I'll never retreat, I'll be your army.
Took a swing at a wrecking ball and I prayed for my downfall, and I found a way to reconcile, 'cause in my heart it's not worthwhile. It's a bloody battlefield where some go down, others heal. In the end it's all the same. All you can do is play the game. Oh, do we say goodbye? Refuse to question why. I'm sad to say I'm sorry, so lie. Pretend that you're okay. Swear that you will stay. Keep trying for one day. I'm sick of all these lies. Don't care if I capsize. There's nothing left for me to hide. Don't wanna live a lie. Too many lows, too many highs. Too many things to criticize. And so I leave it all behind. Don't wanna live a lie. Life kept spitting at my feet and forced me down a dead-end street, when all I had went up in flames, burning only dark remains. I cover up every part of my skin, oh, 'cause I don't like the person within. Oh, I know I'm the one to blame. All I can do is take the shame. Oh, do we say goodbye? Refuse to question why. I'm too sad to say I'm sorry, so lie and pretend that you're okay. Swear that you will stay. Keep trying for one day. Whoa, I'm sick of all these lies. Don't care if I capsize. There's nothing left for me to hide. Don't wanna live a lie. Too many lows, too many highs. Too many things to criticize. So I leave it all behind. Don't wanna live a lie. Sick of all these lies. Don't care if I capsize. Oh no.
Radiant's turn to pick.
Mirana.
Dire's turn to pick. Earth Spirit.
Here's the Radiant band.
Ember Spirit. Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining.
Dire's band now. Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant's turn to ban.
Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining.
The Dire get a ban. Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining. Here's the Radiant band.
Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining.
Dire's ban now. Dire's turn to pick. Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant's turn to pick.
Witch Doctor. Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining.
Dyer's turn to pick.
Puck.
10 seconds.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant's turn to pick.
Monkey King.
Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant's turn to bat.
Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining.
The Dyer get a ban.
Here's the Radiant ban.
Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining.
Dyer's ban now.
Radiant's turn to pick.
Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining.
Dyer's turn to pick. It's a warrior. Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining.
in a match.
Choose your hero. Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining.
I feel better already.
Prepare for battle.
Be right on one, but they also mentioned that LatamDefenders, their draft looks really good. I do like this Venoman to pick. There's not a whole lot of healing on Radiant side apart from the Phoenix Sunray, and the Phoenix has a lot of work in this game, right? He's gonna have to get really good Supernova stuff where the Mirana can't get to him, because you know that leap provides a shit ton of attack speed, can kill that egg pretty much on its own. You're gonna have to worry about BKB monkeys and embers also collapsing onto you. So I mean, he's got his work cut off for him. I don't think he's gonna have enough time to just heal up his allies from some poison nova. That being said, the super late game, you know, the Ursa and Phoenix, they are gonna be king in this game.
Yeah, some incredible team fight with that Puck, Phoenix, Earth Spirit too. That trio of heroes very likely going to be roaming around together looking for that, you know, mid-game aggression really. We'll see how it all pans out for them. And the LatamDefenders all grouping up as 5 down towards the bottom bounty runes. We've seen a fair amount of early smokes and a lot of these early movements. I mean, even the EgoBoys are moving into the dire jungle right now, itching to get involved with the early scrapping team fights.
I love it. Every game, you know, you always have to keep your eyes open in the first seconds of the game. I mean, for like what, 1 year plus now, we rarely got to see first bloods unless the team was smoking, and even then, like if you sit on a high ground, you can just break the smokes. Now you don't even need to smoke. You know, you got nighttime, you see someone, you just go on them.
Yeah, it's dark out there. We still got some cool I guess stats of heroes, you know, like Slark and Batrider and stuff. Luna's got, you know, increased night vision. We used to see heroes like that picked occasionally just to try and get that extra bit of intel.
Well, you would need to skill your aura, Luna, though.
Oh yeah. God, that was a long time ago, wasn't it? Well, mid lane is going to be Puck up against Ember Spirit. Puck can obviously do decently in here, but Ember Spirit does offer some strong pains, a lot of magic burst damage.
One of the reasons why Puck became so popular is because of the Spirit Brothers, the Ember Storm, Void Spirit mid, and Puck is a hard counter to them. You got that nice 3.5 second silence, then the coil early game, they can't really get out. So
and when you got an Earth Spirit on your team,
you got two really good heroes against Ember here. Coil into the snap, the kick. Very, very solid.
Great combos. Up at top, a nice little play from Tano. Just want to highlight that as a courier sniped out by Sacred. But Earth Spirit actually dragged the wave back, but only half pulled the creep wave coming in from the Radiant. So he manages to deny a melee and a ranged and keeps this dire wave alive.
Yeah, that's good. The Earth Spirit just is, he might just like get this wave and just start denying from like half health.
Oh,
okay, that's really good. 3
partial.
creeps. Yeah. So I got 5 creeps denied then.
That's huge up against this Monkey King. I mean, they're putting pressure on Sacred and the Phoenix. Maledict on him, 1 hit from the Monkey. He's going to tick low, but he looks safe. Not even going to waste a salve there. Sacred knows he is still alive.
As the opponent 5, you have 2 options, right? You follow the Earth Spirit, you get the XP with him, or you go and screw with the position 3. And which doctor right here decided to just help the Monkey, make sure that he can't get it by the Phoenix.
Put a bit of pressure on that plus 3.
They did lose 5 creeps though. 5 creeps worth of XP, that's a lot.
And now the pull that Arates has managed to get off is going to be contested by the Earth Spirit.
And it's kobolds. Oh my goodness, I hate those creeps. They don't kill anything. They barely even damage your creeps.
Yeah, there's 1 melee creep at half HP, and that's pretty much the damage done by them. So that Phoenix, you know, he is position 3, and you mentioned he's going to have a pretty good time as the game progresses. They picked it into Mirana, though, which could offer them some problems as looking at the Mirana, struggling against the Maiden's Frostbite so far in the laning stage. But do you think it's all right, you know, picking Phoenix 4th into a first phase Mirana, knowing she's got leap?
Yeah, I think it's a bit awkward, but they felt like they wanted a little bit more team fight. I think Mirana is going to have a wonderful game. Playing with Ember, Witch Doctor stuns, Gales, yep.
They catch the Maiden bottom. Nice. Good clean first kill. Blood for Moonlight. And usually there, you'd think the Ursa would try and trade back. Both Venno and Mirana low HP, but he just doesn't have enough left.
No, he doesn't. And he's against 2 range heroes, so he's going to be constantly low health in this bottom lane. Crystal Maiden, I don't think she has enough gold for salves or regen either here. Oh, that's really bad.
And Tano, a little over eager there against the Monkey King and the Witch Doctor.
And you're not listening. It is your choice to make a little mockery. It won't do. Further down the line, still surrendering, trying harder to forgive you. Candle Slow down, slow down.
Seeing monsters out your window. No, you can't sleep, you pretend though. You don't have to play the hero. Cause I got you like you got me. When the earth shakes, when the bombs scream, until our last breath.
Because they were making these actions bottom, they could not help the Ursa middle either with their TP support. Ooh, that's gonna feel really bad.
Oh man,
Oh,
Ember
Nana,
Spirit.
though.
Oh, he gets the Remnant back, but the puck's there, ready and waiting. Another Remnant, not going to be
Ouch.
enough. A killing spree for Alone.
He would have been better off just running away.
Was so greedy. He wanted the bounty rune after farming a wave and the small camp. Earth Spirit and Puck both come in and say absolutely not. So a
Like a
question:
smoke too.
do you, with this lane swap, you know, Ursa against Ember mid lane, do you think they could have done this from the beginning and put Puck bottom?
No, it would have been bad because I think the Puck plus the Crystal won't really have a lot of, I guess, kill potential. I'm not sure. Maybe.
Supernova top. Monkey King gonna get rolled upon. It is a perfect line angle from the Earth Spirit to kick him back into the sun. Phoenix diving forward onto the Witch Doctor as well. Dream Coil's there. They'll secure the kill on the POS 5. Threads the needle between all three Radiant heroes. Crystal Maiden's also made her way up here. No
Yep,
boots,
that's
no
smoke
wind
play.
lace. That's a slow, long walk for the Maiden, but she's here now.
Yeah. So going back to your previous question, like if they put the Puck bottom from like the start, then he would be very underleveled with the Crystal Maiden. They don't really have a lot of kill potential with like a low XP Puck, and the Ursa's not going to be the one rotating around and making plays on the side lane, right? And if you put Puck mid against Ember, you also not only will have XP, but you have also the chance to beat the Ember and then make rotations.
Shift. Remnants dodged.
Ooh.
Phase shift there. The Frostbite
Okay.
saves the day.
He's good.
For Alone. He's salving up. And making. They want to go diving for this into the tier 3s. Phase shift, but the chains come fast. And the Boundless Strike will secure the Maiden. As Earth Spirit has no mana to roll or kick or anything.
He was not able to phase shift the Searing Chains there. Landed before the phase shift came out.
And now Bounty Runes are back up. Mid tier 1 for the LaTam Defenders.
His bottom tower is under attack.
But yeah, that kind of situation, back to the conversation, is kind of an interesting part of Dota, right? You think about, oh, hang on a second, the Earth Spirit, he wants to play, he rolls into the arrow though, and that Maledict Starstorm take him down super easily, while the Phoenix chased back. Ember Spirit just showing him who's boss.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Huge
It's kind
win
of
for LaTam Defenders right now, just to be able to take that mid tower, get the kill on the pot, and also be able to defend their side lanes. I feel like these guys are really struggling.
Yeah, they don't seem to have any momentum apart from where the puck goes. They'll try and make fights happen.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Ursa needs a lot of room. Has Battle Fury queued up, but it needs time. And on the other side, you've got Monkey King going straight into Maelstrom, so he's going to be much faster off the mark than the Ursa will be.
Dire's top tower is about to take the plunge.
Mirana thinking about an arrow in the mid lane. If they can kill his Ursa a 4th time, feels like lights out now. But he's playing very, very patiently on that left-hand side of the lane. And he knows something's coming. Guess his phase boots.
Dire's top tower is about to take
But yeah, thinking about like lane matchups in Dota is such a difficult thing. Oh, Mirana dodges the Tana roll. I just feel like these players talk about this every time I start. They're just kicking off fights. I might just shut up. You
So
know?
I've noticed.
Oh, look at Venom.
Yeah, another smoke.
Phoenix shows, rolling onto the Veno. He's got Mech and Wand. Maybe try and get a few spells out here with the Poison Nova, landing on 4 of them. Mirana could potentially snag a kill with them. Helping out the arrow of the Earth Spirit. Boundless Strike the puck. Gets an orb and a Yule's off, so should be able to jaunt to it, escaping from the grasp of the monkey as a supernova. And it forces the rest of them back, so a 1-for-1 Maiden for Veno. Worthwhile as long as Alone can escape with a TP home successfully. Survives.
Yeah, I mean, that was not a word smoke, right? You go onto the Veno, he mechs, he heals up before you can kill him, he gets the ulti off. So even though you made a smoke kill on him, now you have to retreat all of your heroes back to your base, heal back up because of the Poison Nova that came off. And you also have to drop a defensive supernova essentially. Like this is looking all LatamDefenders right now. They do manage to give a little bit of space for the Ursa top who's getting pressured up right now. They're gonna stop chasing. They're not gonna go with this.
Do you think the Battle Fury plan?
He has to. There's no other way to play this hero. You need to be a hard carry in this game, and if you go for anything else, you're just gonna like after one death. So you go for the Battle Fury, you get the farm, you know, you win a battle, then at least you can push out the lanes, get to your next item, start your ball from there.
Try and pick up the pieces. Well, he'll get there eventually. Might be 17, 18 minutes in or something, but he'll come around. What's that? Mirana has a Yules. Yeah, you're saying it's all LatamDefenders this game. They got some big items. Yules, Mirana, Veno, mech, going into a hood next. So this tanky Veno is actually going to be able to frontline for the Dire team really nicely.
I see that the Chinese casters, they really like to alt-click their items. I remember I got scolded for that one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been told off loads of times for it.
Exactly. Don't ping items. You know, I'm like, well, okay, all right, chill, bro. You know.
There was a period in casting, I think maybe like 3 years ago, when shrines were still in the game, and Light of Heaven was notorious for pinging shrines like accidentally. Like he'd ping the ground somewhere, you know, in a triangle or somewhere in a jungle, and he'd like triple ping the shrine. Everyone would get super mad at him. Coil, hello Mirana. There are a lot of Radiant heroes here. Self Yules and a DD on Ember might actually turn the tides of the battle though, as the Freezing Field misses out on the Mirana. She leaps away. She survived. Now a roll, Earth Spirit in the midst of them all. It's turnaround. Mirana walks into 5, Earth Spirit rolls into 5, and now the Crystal Maiden is the one that's going to die. Denied by Alone though. Puck gets the takedown, Yules up on the Ember, and enraged Ursa. He is not fighting, he is running. The cowardly bear, he tries to battle as he gets a bit of courage to turn on the Veno, but maledicted and death warded into oblivion he'll go. The LatamDefenders, they force a buyback out with the Maiden, take control of this Radiant Triangle, and really, the EgoBoys are cowering.
Yeah, and the Witch Doctor traded his life for the Ursa, which is perfect in this fight. I mean, that Mirana Yules just keeping him alive long enough for that Coil to run out, you know, leaping out. It's just, oh man, it looks really bad for EgoBoys right now. They need to continue to make these kind of plays, so they can't just cower away and not keep fighting. Because the moment you do that, that's when you pretty much concede this entire game to LatamDefenders.
Courier has been killed.
Yeah, like Earth Spirit right now, he's sniping areas and trying to steal bounty runes. But you can see how quickly the LatamDefenders react. Ember Spirit's gonna force the boulder to connect on him. And they've got the gap blows they need. Tano out on the map, trying to accomplish something.
You know, right now this outpick is looking pretty good for LatamDefenders. This Venomancer last pick providing crazy amount of value. I mean, he's like 1 in 4, but this all stemmed from him pretty much. The pressure, like onto the Ursa, getting the kills, then pushing bottom, playing in the enemy jungle. Every time he gets gone on, he drops the Nova, removing every hero's HP. Then they can't do anything after that.
Oh, Yules arrow top. Yeah, they make the jump. Sacred's fine though. The creep wave got in the way of the Mirage, so they couldn't have a nice setup. Allows the
Had to
Phoenix
make
out.
a short arrow. It's not that good.
Yeah, I like your point. It's like this Veno tidal wave where he's, you know, slowly pushing the Ursa, the rest of the Radiant up into that top left corner of the map, and then the rest of the team can react to it. Amber and Earth, the Spirit, just saying hello and snuggle to each other. But fuck here, might get caught up. Tano has to roll to get the fuck out of the chains. They work. Moonlight Mirana dominating now. 7-2-2. It doesn't feel like this is going to stop anytime soon.
Yeah, she's playing very well. I want to see on level 15 if she goes for the arrow still or the leap attack speed and just considers the Phoenix tries to play as the egg killer in this game, because that's pretty much the only way EgoBoys are going to come back into this is with like a massive supernova late game that is unkillable.
Maiden, spend your money, buddy. Dying to the Monkey King top lane. She freezing fielded the creep wave, spent all her spells and dies up there, but it's so much space for Ursa now, right?
Yeah, you got some space bottom. You can go in there, but I don't see the Earth Spirit with any sentries to deward. I mean, even if you go in there, it might be a trap if you don't deward your opponent's vision in that area. Because now they have the option to just TP bottom and just chase you.
Radiant's top tower is on the rocks.
And there's... I mean, speaking of vision, these wards... Oh, Puck? Okay. Hides in the trees. The wards I've seen from the LatamDefenders have been like a little quirky. Like they are very consciously warding in places that are unlikely to be dewarded. I noticed their mid lane ward was in a position early on that was like out of pretty much every regular sentry ward, and now they've got these two wards near the tier 2s, right?
Yeah. These are like wards that see the heroes rotating through the lanes to try and split push. So these are like split push catching wards pretty much. And they're very hard to kill too, just from the position that they're in. I mean, it's going to be really frustrating for EgoBoys, especially the Crystal Minion, just like spamming sentries. Oh, he finally finds it.
Yes.
Good. I mean, he had to come from the left side, and he put a sentry there.
Oh, and
very
dodges
fortunate
the arrow.
to find that one.
Earth Spirit, not going to be so fortunate though. Trying to the magnetize, there is a coil. Ember Veno trapped inside it. Silence is there with a nice orb, trying to shift off to it. The egg not being focused, and they do kill off the Veno, but a trade out for your Earth Spirit and your Maiden. Expending your teamfight ultis, and now maybe a catch on the Puck as well. Do you jaunt to the orb? Do you run away? They're focusing the Phoenix instead. Sacred trying to make an escape, but I don't know about this. A Yule Scepter to death as he lands on the ground and sliced and diced by the Ember and Monkey King. A killing spree for Cockahook's Monkey now with BKB on the horizon. These double BKBs from the Dire team are just going to absolutely ruin any kind of comeback plans that the EgoBoys have. All that damage is magical. They roll on the Mirana. They've got that high ground vision, spotting the bounty rune. But Mirana, she's level 12.
No coil.
She's tanky. No leaps remaining. They've got a dust, so they will be able to find her in the end. Crystal Maiden's had enough of this shit. My kill. I need money. Give it to me.
Yeah, hopefully the Crystal Maiden can get to some kind of a glimmer cape in this game. Then she'll have a lot of value in the team fights.
This'll come in handy.
That's a good advice to give to people, you know? If you feel not so strong and you're not doing a lot in team fights, just buy a glimmer. You know, use it on your allies at least.
Then you'll be valuable.
Exactly.
Ember, he BKBs and blade mails to get away from the initiation of alone. Actually turns it on the Puck. Remnant misses the slide, has a chains in seconds. The Yule's into the air, chains come now. No, the jaunt away from the Puck opens up the play on and this Ember Spirit forces the Remnant away. Cockahook's here with a Wukong's command. Block up the rolling boulders, the Nova poisons up the Ursa Warrior and the Phoenix, forcing now to try and retreat, but he cuts the tree
nice
of the Monkey.
trick, right?
Really well done to stop that, because the Dire were not giving up on that chase.
Yeah, they were not. I think it was still a net loss for LatamDefenders because the Ember had to pop the BKB and his Arcane Rune didn't really amount to anything either. And I think if EgoBoys just reset themselves, get to the next coil, keep letting this Puck split push top, you can get some items on his Ursa.
When Monkey and Ember find you in the jungle, you are not running away from them.
Nah, I mean, he really had no business being there at that point. Just had to wait for the Puck to push this top lane out.
Pipe Mech Veno. Oh. Some real
Very
disgusting stuff.
Yeah, this pipe is hard countering at the moment. The EgoBoys line up until the Ursa gets to BKB.
Yeah, and they need this Earth Spirit to finish off the vessel. Panel mentioned it against Monkey King's pretty good. This Veno utility build, though, really kind of requiring the Spirit Vessel to come from that Earth Spirit. 9k lead for LatamDefenders. And Radiant scanning Roshan, expecting them to be in there, but it's all been about map control for the Dota team so far. Veno just plonking himself down in the lanes, closing that map in around the ego board.
Look at the lines being drawn. It's like, guys, play here. Stop going top.
Get out of our base somehow. Ember's trying to 1v1 the Ursa. He's enraged and he's got these fury swipes, which are some serious damage. But he's hiding away in the trees, which is scouted by the Monkey. Now they do actually bring the Ursa down. Monkey and Ember, BKB up, and Monkey's got the Wukong's command with the Jingu stacks. He's still got one more hit here. Try and lifesteal away as the Mirana yules an arrow. The Crystal Maiden in the back alone is down. They are bleeding out now. 3 heroes in a row, and they don't even get a kill on the Monkey King. Tano tries to roll, but he's just being found again. The gap closed from the LatamDefenders straight heads.
I was gonna say, like, this Ursa must be super tilted now. Look at all the lines he's drawing too. Like, he's talking about, guys, just come here. I called you to come here, because you can see how if somebody else was there when they jumped him, like that Ember and Monkey both would have been dead, right? Because he called them, guys, I'll go top, and now he's like drawing the lines like, guys, stop staying in the base, just play here. If they're going top lane, and at least you can bait me, we can get some kills. You know, a little too late, the support coming out from EgoBoys, and LatamDefenders are looking so damn good right now. They get the tier 2, they take the outpost, continue to control up EgoBoys, and this Ursa might even be mentally checked out at the moment.
Well, we'll see if he continues buying that BKB, if he's just to like a rapier or something. That'll give us an indication if he's checked out of this game, or maybe he's still there. Venomancer, that's a good pick off for them.
Yeah.
It's a split push going. Good. Spend the ultis, kill him off. Pops the mech, but he still dies to the hands of the Ursa.
He didn't get the poison Nova off. That's the most important part when you kill the Venomancer. Don't let him get the Nova off, because if he does, then now you gotta all take a trip back to the base.
And also, you have the fear of the rest of the team showing up, like Ember Spirit does now. DD, with the Blade Mail running, they yules up the enraged Ursa to allow the Primal Spring in, and now is obliterated. Tano, he's rolled in here as well, and it's just a bloodbath. The LatamDefenders finding the Maiden on her retreat back. The 2 supports will gladly take another kill. The Monkey King is going to be there to leech a bit more experience from it too.
They're just like a Roshan away now from making EgoBoys pretty much sit inside of the base. They need a little bit more catch, perhaps, on the side of LatamDefenders. They're having some puck problems at the moment. This Boots of Travel's puck is just delaying the game constantly.
Who do you think is the best split pushing hero in the game?
Best split pushing hero? Isn't that just like level 25 Nature's Prophet?
Yeah, that's what I always thought, but I always had a feeling Puck is like, oh, he finds destruction. I thought Puck was like slightly better than him because of the way that Puck itemizes and can play, like with orb, blinks, stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
you can jump from wave to wave, cut the like the ability just to kill a wave immediately as well that Prophet can't really do.
Yeah, that's true. You can just burst a wave instantly. You're talking about like the speed of split pushing too, right? Yeah,
the ability just to like waves and force your opponents back non-stop.
Yeah, there's a lot of heroes. Anti-mage, I guess, one of them.
True.
Nature's Prophet, Puck.
Well, Roshan time. Monkey King needing that Voodoo Restoration. Also, throwing Wukong's command there just in case. No chances taken.
Probably argues Spirit 1-2 has infinite mana.
Oh man, Storm Spirit with Deja Vu comes in to try and de-ward. It's still standing. The high ground dire ward is there. Maiden, that's like the second or third death trying to get into that area.
Alright, WTV OB2. Alright, buddy. Listen up, okay? If I can't make items, you can't either, alright? Oh my god. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna get told off, aren't I?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I had no idea about the Venom mech or the pipe or the Ember Hex or whatever else is being pinged, but we know now. The more you learn.
Well, thank you, WTV OB2.
That is an Ember Hex. That is a sleight of fisting, hexing.
Yeah, I like this.
Spirit.
I like this buy. Like we said, right? The puck, he never, and this item kind of just solves that. Monkey King does all the damage you'll ever need in terms of like physical. So
We'll just go utility then. Phoenix, Lotus Orbs up, has that level 2 Supernova if they want to try and mount a proper defense. For now, it's just a glyph up. Fire Spirits hold them back while Ursa, he has BKB, just needs to come to bed to play. They do hex up the puck, but alone, it's still perfectly fine.
Ursa's back with the BKB, right? Yeah, okay.
Yep. Look at the DD Rune top lane as a dive Supernova roll in. BKB from Monkey and the Ember clears up mate to buy back, but the Aegis falls.
Oh, the egg dies.
The egg dies, and Ember Spirit, unfortunately for him, also falls. Now, Cuckhook's trying to retreat, but he has no BKB. Forced to Wukong's, he bladed up, and they'll focus down the buildings. Venomancer still has the mech to fall back on. Ember Spirit would have loved a bit of that, but Melee Barracks crumbling down now, and the LatamDefenders, they use the Aegis for a lane.
Even know the rules?
Not bad for them, right? That's the Ursa reveal. If the Phoenix, you know, Egg was like a little bit more back, maybe he could have survived through that. And if he did, then that would have been a completely different fight. Like, they need this Phoenix to be alive. They need Sunray to do damage and push heroes off these Raxes.
I think it's him and Earth Spirit. They are the team fight. Like, Puck's E-Blade proving to be pretty useful.
Oh, we found a
there
freebie?
against...
Oh, no reveal. Earth Spirit's coming
Oh, but
through.
Earth Spirit's here.
Click your dust, bro. Okay.
Oh, the roll's gonna miss. And now the Ursa is alone. They bound to strike the Earth Spirit, maledict and stun him, but they've also got the arrow after Yules onto the Ursa Warrior, so it looks like Tano as well. Now they're gonna try and turn and
nice
fight with the
coil.
coil and the cleave. The Ursa Warrior shreds them. Cleaving straight through the Mirana and the Veno, now looking for Moonlight. Monkey King trying to fight, but surrounded. As EgoBoys, they come swinging out their base. Losing top racks meant nothing to them, apparently.
All right, here we go. I mean, it all started with the Witch Doctor, right? The Ursa touching him a little bit, and an Earth Spirit comes through. Mirana and the Veno trying to make an aggressive play while the Ember's still dead. I think that's a huge mistake on the side of LatamDefenders. Just gonna wait for all 5 of your heroes, reset, going again together. But, you know, this is a pretty good window. Like, maybe they can get another smoke going, pick off LatamDefenders when they're trying to push lanes out on their own.
If they can get this Basher on Ursa, it's going to be monumental against the Ember and the Monkey King as the Crystal Maiden. Oh, dear.
Right, that's 70 seconds. Okay, never mind. 4 versus 5. 30 seconds dead on Crystal Maiden. I doubt EgoBoys are going to have any will to go out and battle.
You never know, though.
You never know. That is true. That is very true.
That's the art of war. The opponents think the weak is the Maiden's dead. But in
Yeah,
fact,
that's a real thing, by the way, where like you're down 2 heroes and the opponents think like, you know, you're being outnumbered, and then they just jump you when you least expect it.
well, they the puck now. Alone didn't expect this. Should be able to orb away and get the Earth Spirit out with a little roll, but the puck is actually orbed into the Mirana for the Yules. Set up into chip. The phase shift. Can the puck escape this? It's really difficult with the hex of the Ember there. Impossible, some might say.
Yep. Flame Guard Hex. That's a big hero being dead. The annoying one. Now defenders, all they need to do is just pretty much click their stuns on the heroes in front of them. No need to worry about some puck just cutting your creeps and going onto your backline.
And the defense of the high ground going to be incredibly difficult for them too. Phoenix, oh
Arrow.
dear. Great combos. A Boundless into Arrow. Does have buyback as that Earth Spirit's rolled in with a big magnetize. It's ticking away at them, but they've got the pipe, the mech, the heals and sustain, all there for the LatamDefenders. Taking down these buildings quickly. Earth Spirit gonna get burnt down by the Maledict. He rolls back, but still gonna pop, even with the magic stick that he uses up. And now gets tagged. The Gale poison over. He's gonna go back to Fountain. Now 2 lanes up. The Latam defenders just swing into mid. They know how strong they are. And we need a spectacular coil with Supernova just to do anything here as the Ego Boys.
I mean, playing Earth Spirit into a pipe is very sad. Very, very sad. I mean, you just saw, like, he just had to click the pipe one time and all of this, like, level 1 magnetized, by the way. He's still not yet level 12.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it just went down the drain.
They get a Yules onto Ursa, but Mirana's actually pretty far away from the rest of the team. Ember Spirit's arriving now, and this is a 2 versus 5. Latam defenders have a hasted Ursa and a Moonlight Shadow. Aggressively from the Earth Spirit's going to put him into the waiting arms of the Venomancer, and the rest of his team are not involved. They fell back immediately. Mirana's only dead for 30 seconds though. A couple of hundred gold off a buyback, but the Crystal Maiden pounded by the arrow. The E-Blade from Puck stopped by the BKB as Koko turns with Ugo's command, and Ursa's BKB being wasted, expended to run away. Now a 5 versus 3. And Ursa, he's got low absorb, good bounce back with the cast, gonna jump from the Puck. Witch Doctor Mirana, both nearly dead. The Supernova's burning them. Turret gonna fall here. Ursa's back in on top of them with the bashes. He's doing good work on the Venomancer. The defense of the high ground. The Ego Boys are coming out of their shell. Chase forward onto Monkey. Silence Kid trying to roll. Quite connecting to Ano though. An orb from the Puck does jaunt forward, but the immediate sight of Vice. Monkey King had leapt back though. If he had leapt forward, they could have killed him.
Yo, that like, what was that? 4-man silence from the Puck with the Phoenix Supernova. That was really nice. That helped so much in just holding down Latam defenders. They wanted to try and turn around and kill this Puck in front of them, but they were all silenced. Can't really man up with the BKB.
And they've actually caught the monkey, or the monkey caught the Spirit.
Monkey, yeah. Okay, okay Gary.
I
Monkey.
mean, what I was saying. Because I don't know. They're all over there against Blade, hanging him. Is a very powerful man.
Okay, here we go. WTOB2 likes
Again?
to let us know that there is a refresher orb on the Ember Spirit.
I'm tempted to ping it myself. It looks so shiny.
A refresher Ember, that's very interesting. I mean, you got that double hex, then you also got the double BKB. Refresh your Fire Remnants and your Sleight of Fist. He is level 25.
Refresh all the remnants, don't you?
Yeah, what if he's gonna do like a 4-fist combo? Sounds like some kung fu, you know.
Some ancient martial arts move with the refresher roll. The jumper pistol straight on the Ursa. Now is inside the Wukong's command, but a good Supernova with the Sunray going. They just get forced into back and help the team, but he's just being shredded.
Is he dead?
The Ursa is killing the monkey. They get the hex, the refresher orb there, and the Ember Spirit, he has turned the fight. Finally, Ember comes into play with this shiny new item he's got and saves the rest of his team from inevitable death. Puck jumps, gets the Venom in the back, the Death Ward there from the Witch Doctor, and they've also got the ability here with a Sleight of Fist, but no chains, and Ursa returns. Battles into the Witch Doctor, and a jump from the Puck again, just aiming for the Ember. They get the roll, connecting on. Oh no, silence into the E-Blade from the Puck. There is no BKB, there's a side arrow. Stops the Ursa. That would have been a disaster for the Ember Spirit. But a great arrow from again.
That would have been an Ember Spirit without a buyback either. Oh man, that arrow onto the Ursa just clutched it out right there. I mean, they got the buyback on the Ursa, right? So Latam defenders, not a complete loss for them. Like, although they did lose a bunch of their heroes, if they kill the Ursa again, this is pretty much a sealed game at this point.
That's why he's in the Roche pit waiting. 15 more
10
seconds.
seconds, yeah. Oh, got it. Okay, courier. 125 gold for every hero. You know what I want to see, Gary? I want to see a refresher on this Phoenix, not Shiva's. I feel like he needs a second egg, because these eggs are doing a lot of work now in the fights.
Yeah, they are pivotal. Arrow, Mirana, Scout in Roshan. Courier overhead, sees them in the pit too.
Monkey's up. I don't know about
Here
this.
come the Roshan defenders. Mirana leaps in to get bashed by Roshan. And Monkey King is actually going to try and take this away from them. Phoenix still dead for another 15 seconds.
They have to take the fight here, though. They cannot afford to give Roshan away.
Jump of the Mirana. Orb towards the pit. Focusing on Moonlight as Monkey fake pumps the Wukongs. They got Ember Spirit hexing Tano, and the Earth Spirit demolished by the Star Storms as the Ember jumps back towards the BKB Ursa. He walks in the pit with spied legs, and Roshan's falling. The Aegis, who's going to get it? Hook. The Monkey King inside his Wukong's command, and that is going to be it. Ursa dead, GG is called, and it is over. Game 1 goes to the LATAM Defenders.
Oh, yeah. We got an interesting game on our hands. Or series, I should say.
It absolutely is. But yeah, you're right. The panels kind of leaning towards EgoBoys in terms of play style and the players and squad they've got, but everyone equally mentioning the draft looking very good for LATAM Defenders there with that last pick. Veno, spot on stuff from them.
So
left behind, and I've lost everything. Forever living in the dark. I feel so alive. Still remembering what I want, but it ends with you. Candlelight has gone out. Some will win and some will lose. Nothing much else to say. Thought I was searching for something. Door has closed, not a sound. Take a look as I am now. Still I smile but don't speak. Will you please slow down? Slow down. Unreal intertwined, and you're not listening. It is your choice to make a little mockery, it won't do. Further down the line, still surrendering, trying harder to forgive you. Candlelight has gone out. Some will win and some will lose. Nothing much else to say. Thought I was searching for something. Door has closed, not a sound. Take a look as I am now. Still I smile but don't speak. Will you please slow down? Candlelight has gone out. Some will win and some will lose. Nothing much else to say. Thought I was searching for something. Door is closed, not a sound. Take a look as I am now. Still a smile but don't speak. Will you please slow down? Slow down. Slow down. Slow down.
Seeing monsters out your window. No, you can't sleep, you pretend though. You don't have to play the hero. Cause I got you like you got me. When the earth shakes, when the bombs scream. Until our last breath, every heartbeat. You know I'll come running. You go to war, then I'm going with you. Pick up my sword, yeah, there's nothing I won't do. When you found me nothing I won't do. When you sound the alarms and the chaos is rising, leading the charge, I'm coming to fight. I swear on the breath that I breathe, I'll never retreat, I'll be your army.
Took a swing at a wrecking ball and I prayed for my downfall, and I found a way to reconcile, cause in my heart it's not worthwhile. It's a bloody battlefield where some go down, others heal. In the end it's all the same, all you can do is play the game. Oh, do we say goodbye? Refuse to question why. I'm sad to say I'm sorry, so lie, pretend that you're okay, swear that you will stay, keep trying for one day. I'm sick of all these lies, don't care if I capsize, there's nothing left for me to hide, don't wanna live a lie.
That they just kind of took it.
Overall, Sacred Core was really high. He played well, I think, but his pick definitely doesn't help create space for the Ursa, because he has long cooldowns, and you have this Mirana Ember just running at everyone. After you tag, it's pretty hard. Oh,
it's draft time. We've got game 2 ready to rock and roll. No rest for the wicked here. We had a little patch in between, and well, not to jinx things here, but we were able to get this lobby started pretty darn timely. Ricky banned out again alongside the Mars, Nyx Assassin, and Ember Spirit now taken out by the Ego Boys as we go back for that prized Mirana. Who's ready for a Witch Doctor pick?
Now I'm looking to see if there's anything in that patch, but I don't see anything.
They take the Ember out. I'm surprised. I guess they were really impressed with the plays from that Ember. I don't feel like the Ember by itself was the problem. I think the combination with Mirana is really what makes the hero that good. But I guess they better safe than sorry.
He's still a very annoying hero to deal with, though. And as we talked about in that last draft, he has a little bit of that blank canvas feel. So he's very versatile in that regard. You know, he's those kind of games, it looks straightforward, but you can see him in a side lane. You can see him go for different items that are more utility based.
Right.
I kind of get it. He's a really good catch-all hero that can morph into whatever you need.
True. But then Puck's not banned, so that hero is gonna show up again. What's the other hero? I guess Batrider is also missing.
Yeah, and then they replaced the Undying, I guess, if you want to go there with the Ember ban, right? But I don't think Undying is quite at the status he was at in the previous patch.
Nyx Assassin, though, no slack for the bug. He's just gone. We're not going to get to see him much at all, I reckon.
And
but
they
hey,
have 10th pick here for the defenders as well, so the Puck has like some added value there if you can roll swap it around, but they already have the Rubik, and so that would limit it to like 3 or the 2. Not that that's too bad, but it does slightly lower the value, I would say.
Yeah.
Is Mirana this popular in the other regions, Trent, from what you've caught? Because she, similar to Witch Doctor, she seems like just top of the meta for South America. Teams absolutely love her in a variety of roles as well.
Yeah, no, she's this is the highest percentage I've seen it, at least, would be SA. But honestly, I'm watching so much SA Dota that I'm only catching like usually like one series from the other regions, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Mirana and Earth Spirit seem to be the go-to almost every game. You see Rubik sometimes. Oh, there you go, the Batrider. All right,
bring him out.
I really like the combo of Batrider and Mirana, the lasso arrow. So it is like a pretty good snatch. And also here we didn't really see picked at all. I think he usually gets banned, so pretty excited to see how that one goes.
Oh, I'm taking a little dive into CIS right now out of curiosity. So currently for their picks, they're rocking the Pucks, the Mars, the Earth Spirit, Void Spirit, Keeper. Very, very similar. They have a couple more picks there, like 4.
Okay.
They have a lot of Timber picks and bans like we did too, but no Timbers today, I don't think.
Yeah, he was first banned in a couple games yesterday, right? Was it?
And a lot of them, I think.
Yeah, most of them. Probably the majority.
Troll has been banned 12 times in CIS and not picked once.
Oh, there's that research. There's the Visage ban. Ego boys, they know.
Yeah, 10th
They
pick.
know.
Yeah, they don't want to see that come out at the end.
Okay, I like this though. You know, simple stuff, but cover your bases. Game 2, you don't want to get got here.
Yeah, and that's
heroes like
interesting,
come to mind again.
If they ban the Visage, this means they're expecting this Batrider to be offlane then?
One would think, or at least they just don't want to have to deal with that flex.
Yeah.
But I mean, LatamDefenders are banning like it's an offlane too, right? They're getting rid of the Slark. They might get rid of the PL. And they're gonna ban the Lycan.
Now, do you ban the Lifestealer, guys? All right, he is one of the best position ones against the Batrider because he does have the magic immunity. Is it worthy of the ban?
So much hate for Lifestealer, man. So much hate.
I just want to balance out your love for the hero.
I think
that's the real angle here.
The thing about Lifestealer is that when he loses you a pub game, it just feels so annoying because he probably didn't get to do anything the whole game. You know, and so he's so easy to flame. So I think a lot of people just like tend to kind of hate on the hero when he's not super busted.
Yeah, I feel
you're
like
not wrong.
He might be in like a state where people didn't really figure him out completely. They changed so much.
Yeah,
like it doesn't feel like that much, but like when you take open wounds out and you just give him this random spell, I feel like there still might be something there to be figured out. But I did see a fair amount of SA players trying the Lifestealer. I don't think it's that good versus Batrider though, because
no, I like Jug more, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that might be the next ban.
Yeah.
Oh, Wraith King out. We do see
a
lot of cares removed.
Say the Monkey King is still there. He kind of stands apart from the herd, and Troll as well.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so weird to play Monkey King when you have the Batrider, because like sometimes you can cut your own monkey's tree. It's one of those things where like the Batrider is a counter to the Monkey King in a way, but when you have it in your team, it doesn't really synergize that well too. We'll see here.
Wow, they're really thinking about this one.
Yeah, there's a lot of options. They could ban like anti-bat heroes too, right? Like maybe they're wondering like, could they flex this Mirana core? Like, should we ban the Oracle or something? But they just do that and take it. Fair enough.
Love it.
Yeah. Good versus Mirana anyway, right? So yeah, you don't want someone getting max arrow stunned and just dying.
Yep, love the Oracle. And now this opens up a whole list of potential combos, like your Death Prophet's a classic, like some Necrophos type stuff, your Terror Blade, you know, Huskar if you really want to throw some crazies into the ring.
Now that's a hero we haven't heard in a long time, the old Huskar.
Husky, yeah, he's still in a bit of a rough spot, I think. Or with Oracle or Wisp are maybe the only times you could maybe sort of consider it just a little bit, but
the Weaver picks. This one's always an interesting matchup, Weaver versus Batrider. I have seen several pro games where the Weaver dies. It is not that uncommon because they overestimate the ability of the early levels of Shikushi, and they get too greedy. So we'll see.
And you don't have max move speed anymore, so you can still be slowed by quite a bit.
Oh,
there you go. That secret we're talking about.
Amazing against Weaver. This is like, you know, hard counter levels to some degree. Very effective.
The Dire get a ban.
And they have 10th pick too.
Okay, great counterplay to the Batrider. Get some vision. Try to counteract some of those blink initiations.
And nice versus Bloodseeker too, because he can't just like play free. He has to think about like where he runs in. He doesn't want to get roared into arrow and just die.
Yeah.
But you do have that Oracle, right? So yeah, the False Promise is gonna be something to watch out for. I feel like EgoBoys draft is not that good. I don't like the lane, as Trent said. The lane with the Weaver versus Batrider, not that great. And I think Bloodseeker handles Beastmaster pretty well. You have like good move speed,
and the boars
good
are
wave clear.
I actually like being Oracle versus boars because you can kill them pretty easily with Purifying Flames.
I'm not that confident so far. I think they might be able to wrap it up with a good last pick here. They're gonna take the Storm out.
What are they gonna try? Like Void Spirit or Invoker or something?
10 seconds.
I like Invoker for you boys here.
Yeah, it's like mediocre. I don't know. A lot of pressure on the Invoker.
There's that puck ban, makes it all the way through.
I think they're gonna try Void Spirit. I think that's what they're aiming for.
Okay.
If I had to guess.
You mean for EgoBoys?
Yeah, I think that's what they're gonna pick. I think it like kind of works with the Mirana. If it can roam a bit with the Beastmaster. It's like
I did see some South American teams really enjoying the Quasvex Invoker into Arrow combo, so you would get like Tornado
I'm
into
down.
Arrow.
Yeah.
I don't remember if it was EgoBoys. I remember a team that did it twice in a BO3. But yeah, I like Void Spirit. I think he's more reliable. He like actually handles Bloodseeker pretty well. You can move without taking the rupture damage.
And
Well, they will have last pick.
Yeah, he's still pretty good for ninth pick, right? You don't have to worry too much.
LATAM have last pick.
Yeah.
So you need something pretty. I mean, you go like Lina or something that is just a little safer in terms of matchup. There's the Invoker ban, so good call.
All right.
Am I nuts with Lina? Do we not like that? Like Death Prophet? Those are my go-to ninth pick safety mids.
I like Lina with Batrider, and I like it versus Weaver. If you just get that first initiation, just boom.
I mean for EgoBoys.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant
ninth
counter pick.
No. Ninth pick safety heroes.
I think they need better initiation.
I feel like Lina is a better last pick than a ninth pick against the gap close that they have on Latam. But they could. I mean, there's not a lot of options here, so they could go for it.
I still like the Void Spirit though. I have to throw that out there. I like that
one thing
call.
that I didn't mention, the players on EgoBoys, for whatever reason, their tags are weird. I think Tano, his official tag is INS, but he has Tano now, and Prada has SCHH something. I'm not really sure what's up with that. Yeah, not sure what's going on. But I got kind of confused in the game, so maybe if people that are watching that know these players for a while, it is Prada playing 5 for EgoBoys.
It is listed on Wikipedia. It looks like that might be an actual name change. His name is Sergio Toribio. I thought it might be some sort of relation to his real name, but doesn't appear to be. Yeah, unknown.
Wow. They actually went the arrow combo. I love this. I almost brought it up and then I just didn't because I was like, no. I thought everything about Void Spirit and everything about OD, and I was like, I'd rather just have Void Spirit. That was my thought.
So good. You can banish lasso targets. You can banish rupture targets. It's
False
a
promise
good setup
targets.
with the arrow. Yeah, it's you can actually like jump the Oracle, make sure there's no false promise. This is great. I love what EgoBoys did.
And in terms of mana multipliers, looking pretty good so far. Shaping up to be a good OD game.
They are not the brightest heroes over there. Okay, well, who still counters OD? Sniper's dead.
Kunkka's banned. Razor, run at him.
Mid.
The Razor.
The Brood Mama. And the Visage, we picked the Brood. Nah. What's up?
This is perfect because they can Beastmaster mid. They send the OD off lane. They don't care. They thought about it.
They knew.
Huh. So is this a good Brood game?
Can you guys see these cosmetics yet?
No.
Audience can't. We can. I also love how high OD is floating above the others in the jungle. By the way.
Wait till you guys see this Brood Mother. It's some spooky stuff.
This is a pumpkin Brood Mother. I don't know how the hell this is like some cat dog level shit. So what do we like here? 2-0? Are we going to game 3? Bowie, we'll let you call it first since you were so confident in that 2-0 for the EgoBoys.
EgoBoys should won all the way. That Beastmaster pick was genius.
They still haven't
knew
chosen.
the Brood Mother was coming.
They haven't chosen between Beastmaster and OD yet.
There's no way you send OD mid, dude.
Well, yeah, we'll see. Yeah,
okay, Alone takes OD.
I'm going for the Brood Mother.
Sacred takes Beastmaster.
They 10th picked it. I believe in LatamDefenders. Take me to game. Not game 3 because you won the first game. Give me a 2-0. You underdog.
I agree 2-0. Just the other way. Cuckahook, I've been hyping him up and he's been delivering, and I can't wait to see him deliver again here, boys. I want to hear from our casters though. Gareth, darling, are you feeling the Cuckahook vibes as much as I am?
I don't know, man. This Broodmother last pick has got me all shook. Like, I've got shivers, man. It's spooky. Theban, when was the last time you had to deal with the Broodmother last pick? What are your experiences with that?
Oh, I think I've seen a Broodmother last pick, but it definitely did not work out that well. They were just playing way too passively, you know, farming instead of just playing in the opponent's face once they had the advantage. So hopefully this Broodmother knows how to play Brood. Not a lot of players in the world actually like who play Brood really know how to play Brood the proper way. So let's see how it goes. I mean, it could really take over the game. That being said, if the Beastmaster has a good game too, we know what Beastmaster can do when he gets fat, right? You got that Necro 3, you got the Roar, and Broodmother also a target that can't really deal with Roar that well.
Yeah, and an ability for Beastmaster just to keep pushing lanes and forcing the Broodmother into awkward positions because, like you say, Brood is kind of a finesse hero, you know, very nuanced playstyle. Very often you see, you know, the Smurfs, the big players playing Broodmother in the mid lane. They dominate the laning stage, and they just snowball and run away with it. But
oh my god, look at the Broodmother's item. Look at
what is that pumpkin
on his back. What? All right. Production, can we click on the Broodmother real quick?
Could we not?
Check this guy. Check this guy out. Check his set.
Don't zoom in on it, please. No. Dear me, that is a satanic.
God.
Satanic Broodmother.
Yeah, that's it's kind of goofy though with the pumpkin. Not gonna lie, but when you get it close up, but other than that, yeah, it's just pretty spooky.
Dire Observer Ward goes down. I think they were looking for Astral into Arrow or something there. EgoBoys won't find it though.
Man, you can always expect some kind of first blood, you know, plays coming out from these South Americans like pre-wave starts. It's so nice. They also smoke to get out there faster on the map.
Yeah, and they got 2 good wards down.
Yeah, I don't think they saw the ward planted mid by the Brood though. He planted it through the fog vision and the trees, so might not be able to deward that one.
Yeah, good point. Broodmother being very safe there with the ward. Start things off with Beastmaster against Broodmother mid. Sacred up against Nanana. Blightstone, Broodmother heading into Soul Ring, or well, it looks like straight up Medallion for the Brood, in fact.
Interesting. The Beastmaster are gonna have to max out Wild Axes in this lane.
Yeah.
I guess that's one downside also, is that you have to go Wild Axes max build. You won't be able to get the Inner Beast or the Call maxed out that early in the game.
Yeah, like which one do you skip? Do you get like 1 point in the Beast and max out Axes with like extra points in Call of the Wild?
I guess so. It's only 10 attack speed, right? Yeah. Probably that's the way.
We'll see what he decides to do. Over in the other lanes, bottom, Cockahhook, and Aretes. This Bloodseeker
Tri-lane, eh?
Currently against the tri-lane, yeah. Alone Tano and SH down here with a Maiden.
I don't like when Crystal Maiden starts off in the tri-lane, you use a spell, and then TP somewhere else. She's left with like almost no mana to help for the carries lane. Like, look at her. She TP's off, she has like 100 mana. Has to pop the clarity, can't even show up, or gonna get her clarity broken.
Oh, but she gets a CS under tower.
Yeah.
Real power plays by the Maiden. So yeah, they do separate, go back to their 2-1-2. OD off lane. And we've heard a lot of talk about this, but it is the mid lane player on the OD in this off lane, of course, so they have swapped things around for that Beastmaster to match up mid. And this thing's still a little quiet. We can peek into the top lane. Batrider Rubik against Weaver Maiden. Do you feel like once Bat Rubik hit, you know, like level 3 or so, they could start offering some pretty hefty kills up here?
I think Weaver Crystal Maiden is just a much stronger lane than the Bat Rubik. If it was a Batrider with maybe a melee position 4, I think they would have a much stronger lane, but because it's a Rubik, I don't think it's gonna really do much against the Weaver during the lane stage. But we do know what Rubik does against Weaver later though.
Yeah.
Stealing the Shikuchi, we saw that yesterday, was really strong.
Getting that immediate catch on him. Mirana sprinting away from the Bloodseeker. Gets through all of her leaps. Actually gonna have to try and Clarity to return to wherever she wants to head. Maybe that mid lane courier could be a snipe, but she's been spotted on her way here.
Man, Mirana's such a nice and easy hero to play. Just run around, you got nothing to do, just arrow some big camps, get some experience. Always gonna let you scale. Feels good, man. He's just killing all the big creeps wherever he goes.
Yeah, steal the jungle away and accelerate yourself. And that mid lane, I was looking at the CS and thinking, okay, Beastmaster killing some spiders, it's not a big deal. But the net worth difference is already about 400 in the favor of the Beastmaster, and that's just going to keep climbing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Brood is just not that good at like shutting heroes down in the early laning stage. His her base damage is very low. And fighting into a Quelling Blade hero here, not going to be able to deny that many creeps.
With 76 base damage already on the Beastmaster, yeah. Soul Ring to keep spamming his axes. So Broodmother is going to go jungle and yeah, swaps into the Soul Ring over that medallion that she had queued originally.
No, Sacred is going to feel amazing this game because he's an offlane player, right? So he's not used to having so much experience and gold like this early into the game. It's like, what do I do with all this power? You know, it's like he's feeling like Thanos right now.
That's the thing. What does he do? Like you mentioned the Necro earlier on, but is this a game where he could think about, you know, going a Blink Dagger or something like that? Or do you still want to just stay with that pushing prowess that Beastmaster offers you, and then you give the space away to someone else that needs it a little more?
I think he just goes whatever helps him have a good mana pool, so he can keep spamming the axes. He's the designated Broodmother killer, pretty much. And then you go for the regular Necrobook after that. Like, you just want to be this guy where if they run into you, you just kill them. You don't want to be this guy who's like running around and blinking in and maybe putting yourself in danger and stuff like that with not stats items.
Yeah, I guess it is a good point you make there, is that the Beastmaster is going to have to mirror the Broodmother, right? Like he can't really leave his lane to go and make plays. He has to just stop the Brood from splitting the wave, cutting back. Yeah, Theban. We'll see some curious snipes.
I see a Javelin coming out for the Weaver, though. That's going to give him a huge power spike. And, yeah, Bounty Runes. Maybe this is it. Batrider, a lot of trouble.
Already very forward. Lets the Rubik take the bounties, but another Shikuchi here should be able to grab the Batrider. Good flame break back, though. Now it's forced away. They've got the telekinesis into the Fortune's End. The TP rotation of the Oracle is paying off dividends here, but Crystal Maiden is the one that secures the first blood, and the Weaver finally dies into the Sentry Ward. They just had vision on him for the Oracle.
Yeah, he ran back for the Javelin that was going to die on the courier if he didn't pick it up, and then he died to the Sentry as he ran back with the Shikuchi.
Oh, and the stack's stolen by Beastmaster too. Rubik's gonna try and clean up the remnants of it.
Yeah.
Middle tower is under
He had to go run back mid too with the Beastmaster. He couldn't stick around because the Broodmother was gonna do a bunch of damage to his mid tower if he didn't.
Yeah, that was what, like a 6 or 7 second movement by the Beastmaster, and that's already a good 250 damage on the tower. You can definitely feel the potency of the Brood once you.
She's level 7 on the Brood. Beastmaster is also level 7. He's doing really well with the axes on the Broodlings, Spiderlings. Oh, I mean, it's just stat padding. It was like 10 ticks, but he got like 40 gold out of it.
Oh, he misses those axes.
Arcane Rune, Beastmaster. Oh no.
Well, you know what?
It was like my babies.
What, just go Aghanim Scepter, right? I was wondering what items you should go for. Forget Blink Dagger, forget Necrobook. Just go Ags Beastmaster with a Bloodstone.
I hope he doesn't. I hope he doesn't. I mean, you can go Ags later, but Necrobook is just way too good, man.
Raw mid?
Oh,
with the arrow.
Big kill. Huge
the Broodmother. Massive for Sacred and Tano. I mean, there were 2 supports coming from LatamDefenders, like they've got a smoked Rubik, the Oracle was coming, but the speed at which they dispatched that Broodmother, very, very fast. Yeah. And now a tower.
They need to start playing around this Broodmother. Like, that's gonna keep happening, right? And that was a roar on a Arcane Rune. So he has another one up in 40 seconds. The Brood can die the same exact way. Once again.
Batrider using Firefly to run away.
Yeah, he wants to take some attention off the mid tower, and he does it. Cuck-a-hook bottom though. Got that kill onto the OD, or trial in here.
Yeah, they left the OD in like a 1v1. We saw the OD doing pretty well against the Bloodseeker when they were in that straight 1v1 matchup, but both supports, they come in and secure the kill.
Yep.
Brood trying to rebuild her army. get her family back together. They've got webs here for the Brood, chasing the Beastmaster down. Sacred has the backup coming soon. Wait, that's not backup. Okay. That's an enemy Batrider. That is not a teammate. That is an evil bat burning him alive. A nice little pick off there, and Batrider is going to be incredibly happy with that after the way his laning stage went.
Doesn't land the arrow. Yep, he's going to be happy with that. He's level 5 now. Go to. I just want to point out Beastmaster's last hits there. I know we're probably looking at net worth right now, but that looks pretty nice. You know, if you just take a quick glance at that, you're the Beastmaster, you're gonna feel pretty happy about it.
Jeez Louise, 121.
But net worth wise, that's only 1,000 more gold than the Brood, which is still quite significant.
Now in here with the Crystal Maiden and the Mirana. Oh, Mirana, careful with those spiderlings. The army comes, and Mama's hungry. Onto the Beastmaster.
Beastmaster,
and
not
he doesn't
again.
have Roar. The axes are there, but the surrounding heroes from EgoBoys, Batrider, Oracle, everyone here. You said they should play with the Broodmother, and they are doing just that. Nearly finding the Maiden on her way back to Fountain, but it's going to be a good push.
Hey man, you play with the Broodmother, and you know they want to kill your Broodmother because they got that Beastmaster Roar, and you make those counter plays, good things happen. And now this mid tower is looking pretty dead. I mean, Beastmaster doesn't have a TP to get back there. And not only does he not have a TP, he just fed a bunch of experience to all these Radiant heroes. Oracle's already level 6 now. Batrider was struggling, just like barely level 4, now about to hit level 6 as well. That's huge, absolutely huge.
A great ton of events for them.
Get the
Bottom tower does die, so a bit of a trade there, mid for bot. And now a lot of pings coming out here. Cuckerhook saying, guys, let's go top tier 1. This is what we should be getting. Trading out these early objectives. And bringing heroes top. Mirana trying the arrow into Astral with the Meteor Hammer. That Bloodseeker, okay, the Sandy's Eclipse is dropped. And now going to be the one that gets chased down, but a good flame break again. Pushes them back, stops the advance. And Weaver Shikuchi doesn't let him latch onto the little Oracle.
Yeah, Radiant. Maybe they should continue on with the Beastmaster shutting down plays, because right now he's about to take the mid tower back.
This OD is just chasing people down. Oracle, he tries to go for the Fortune's End from Fog play, but alone, just with level 1 Arcane Orb shredding through him.
Yeah, they realized that a lot of LatamDefenders heroes were going mid to try and stop the Beastmaster push, so being able to chase down that Oracle, good choice.
Good TP from the Oracle there. Maiden gets ruptured, chased down by this insatiable hunger Broodmother, but just a TP home. There's something that LatamDefenders could struggle with, honestly, the lack of disables they've got. Especially on the 2 cores, Bloodseeker and Broodmother. Don't have a way to straight up kill someone if they decide to TP home.
Unless you get the shard on the Brood. 2.5 second route.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's pretty bad, honestly.
The Silken
They keep buffing it. I think they buffed it like 3 times already. And there's probably only been like 2 patches since the shards came out.
Nobody's
that's how
buying
bad it's been. Exactly.
Batrider. Oh, he's got enough money for boots of travel. He'll buy it and he'll, okay, hi, hello, EgoBoys. Yes, you found me. 3 heroes gank him in the jungle, but he's already got the job done. While top lane, Astral into Meteor Hammer again, alone, setting up for these nice swift kills on supports.
Yeah, EgoBoys starting to realize playing around the mid lane is probably not in their best interest. Side lanes is where it's at. The Broodmother is just way too strong for the time being. Although his net worth is not as high as the Beastmaster's, he still has a lot of annoying things going on here. Ooh, Meteor Hammer? Oh, that's a dead Brood.
That is super annoying for the Brood. I mean, they do. False promise, turn around with hunger. Oracle's there, Mirana tries the arrow, catches the Centaur, but not the Broodmother, and Aretis, he's running back, but Oracle, he's just gonna get annihilated as long as the Broodmother falls in the back. EgoBoys super happy with that defense of the jungle.
Definitely, and this Brood is starting to, get a little bit too cocky as well. Like, he got Oracle ulted, and instead of running away, understanding that EgoBoys are probably having backup coming in, he tried to make some aggressive moves, and it just backfired completely.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Check out the difference in the Bloodseeker and the Weaver right now as well. Like this Weaver is getting towards his Linken's, already has that Maelstrom. Bloodseeker just finishing Maelstrom now.
Oh yeah.
So they're kind of have a big difference. Carries items right now.
It's like 1.5k net worth difference, but Bloodseeker getting shredded alone. OD, you know, he comes out of the laning stage with a meteor hammer. He didn't have boots, and he finds what, 4 kills in a row?
Many big plays already. So many big plays. This is what the power of the OD is, right? He has a pretty decent lane against every hero almost, apart from Mother. And then he can just set up these kills. Astral into Meteor. Now going for an Aghanim's next, so he has 2 Astrals. He's like primary target for LatamDefenders, and it's going to be really hard for them to get to him. They got to get past the Beastmaster, this massive Weaver, even the Crystal in Freezing Field is going to be a problem since they don't have a whole lot of disables either.
It's kind of funny how the game changes so drastically when you have like one lane swap changes the dynamic of the game completely. Like it's 13, 14 minutes in. This Beastmaster has Necro 3 very soon. You know, they're pushing tier 2s so early on in the game. And we're talking about this position 2 OD, you know, technically the mid laner from the squad of EgoBoys, being the playmaker, running around, setting up kills.
Yeah, and this is not a Beastmaster with like naked Necrobook either. This is like Phase Boots soaring Beastmaster who's extremely tanky as well, with good mobility. Already has Necro 3 out.
Yeah, he just solos that tier 2, what remained of it. The rest of his
squad. Now I got the outpost. 14 minutes.
Oh, all the couriers. Theban, look at the couriers. Oh my god! The couriers! So many are dying. Do they have items on them? Oh, wait, no. Was that Bloodseeker Maelstrom?
I think they all had items on them. There's like wards from the Oracle. Yeah, the Bloodseeker's Maelstrom. That's going to be gone for 2 minutes. Oh, man. Oh, man.
Perfect place to be as EgoBoys.
That was Broodmother's Orchid too.
Oh no.
Completely gone.
So 2 minutes now without Orchid, without Maelstrom. A travesty occurs as all the couriers die. But
oh, they got the OD's courier? No. Oh, the spiders. They didn't have enough damage. Had a blink dagger on it. Actually, he opts to go for the blink instead of the Ags, so you can get that more catch-up potential, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you can immediately jump any of these heroes. I mean, Oracle doesn't stand a chance against the Beastmaster Roar. Dear lord.
Rubik?
They do get the turnaround. Ruptured Beastmaster doesn't give a damn, apparently. Still sends his Necro units forward. A double kill for Sacred.
Brood mid.
Brood? Are we all right? We are absolutely not all right. LatamDefenders, they are crumbling now. It's all coming apart. The thread has been pulled. Batrider is just running away. He can't get involved with this. They also wait. They ping. Yeah, they see. They have the Observer Ward on the Bloodseeker, so OD gets the Astral. That blink helps out tremendously. I mean, this guy's nearly dead already just from the Santi's Eclipse.
Oh,
it's a mega kill streak for OD. What is that? 4 kills in a row.
Yeah, that was some math from Alone there too. I had no idea how much damage that Eclipse was gonna do, but he did.
Absolute metric fuck ton of damage.
Yep. And that Beastmaster just again? 3 versus 1. The Oracle, Rubik, and Bloodseeker. Like I don't think we emphasize that enough. Yeah. And here's Oracle again.
Yes.
He's just still. Yeah, he's done. He's done. You know what it is when a player just stands still like that. You know, especially in North America, he's done. Checked out. Like just guys, I hope you do something. Because I'm done.
That's where I drop the passive-aggressive, like, cool, or very nice, if I died in that situation again. Oh, good lasso. Really good grab by the Batrider. Lift up and kill the Weaver. That was a speedy move in from the LatamDefenders. But they can't do anything off the back of it. They can't clear through their jungle. They've got Broodmother being picked off. The OD with the Astral Meteor Hammer has the backup of the rest of his squad as well. So Broodmother down for 40 seconds yet again.
I mean, this Brood kind of just feels like a pinata right now, right? Like every time you see him on the map, just crack him open
with the arrow. they can do some work on the OD. False promise on the Batrider
save
too.
on the bat.
Bloodseeker's coming in. Oh, he wants more, but they're such tanky fellas. Beastmaster, is he going to 1v3 them?
2 versus 4.
Is Sacred going to 1v3? Maiden doesn't exist. I'm covering Maiden with my hand. Not there. That's a Beastmaster going 1v3.
He's so big. He's got 10.5k net worth. He's about to get a freaking solar crest apparently.
He's
next
an alchemist.
Item. I'm telling you, man, this Broodmother was just a pinata for EgoBoys. They're just so happy.
Give me all that tasty money. Crystal Maiden. Caught up in all the sticky stuff from Batrider, but Firefly's about to end, and here's the OD. Stolen arrow from Moonlight. But no, nice cancel on the Meteor Hammer, but now it's the real arrow turned with the fake Astral. Rubik is stealing some good spells and allowing the blink of the Batrider off to the right-hand side, but they've got the Marana Yules. Another Astral's coming, and they don't even need it.
Yeah, that's a good question. Where the hell is Moonlight's Shikuchi and Astrals? Like, these are the 2 skills you want to be having on your lineup. Like, if the Brood, let's say, gets roared, right? Or the OD Astrals into a Meteor Hammer. If you can turn that fighter on with your own Astral, then that's going to be great, but I haven't really seen it.
He's not been in a great position, and neither is the Broodmother.
Rip.
Lincoln's Maelstrom Weaver.
Oh,
another courier. Not another courier. EgoBoys, leave them alone.
Jesus. They're also gonna go for Roshan now. Sacred and now here.
8K.
I was gonna say later on, now should finish up a shard, so you get that swarm effect, and then you can pretty much kill all of the little spiderlings with your Weaver too. I'm assuming you're reading up what the shard on the Weaver does.
Just give me 1 second, Stephen. I'm reading.
I knew it. The moment you didn't respond. You were reading up on exactly what the shard did.
I'm a very busy man right now. Revealing invisible units too.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's actually one of the best shards like the carries have. So
Lasso.
Gotta fight.
Cancelled out by the Yules. Bloodright's coming, but Rubik, he's faced off against a Weaver, and that's not the best battle he could take. A Roar comes, and Bloodseeker falls. They've also got the OD chasing an Oracle. I mean, sure. Broodmother's walked into the fight too. It feels like LatamDefenders have come.
GG.
Yeah, given up on it. They call GG.
I mean, we felt that like, what, 7 minutes ago, I guess?
Yeah.
It was coming.
When I dropped the Gar and all the couriers dying, that was that was the moment we kind of knew. 9.
Intertwined, and you're not listening. It is it's your choice to make a little mockery, it won't do. Further down the line, still surrendering, trying harder to forgive you. Candlelight has gone out. Some will win and some will lose. Nothing much else to say. Thought I was searching for something. Door has closed, not a sound. Take a look as I am now. Still I smile but don't speak. Will you please slow down? Slow down. Slow down, slow down, slow down.
Seeing monsters out your window. No, you can't sleep, you pretend though. You don't have to play the hero. Cause I got you like you got me. When the earth shakes, when the bombs scream, until our last breath, every heartbeat. You know I'll come running. You go to war, then I'm going with you. Pick up my sword, yeah, there's nothing I won't do. When you found me, you learned when the chaos is rising, leading the charge, yeah, I'm coming, I'm fighting. Swear on the breath that I breathe, I'll never retreat, yeah, I'll be your army. When your nightmares turn to real life and the ground's filled up with landmines, we will face it, standing side by side. You know I'll come running when you need. I'm coming. You know I'll come running. You go to war, then I'm going with you. Pick up my sword, yeah, there's nothing I won't do. When you found me, you learned when the chaos is rising, leading the charge, yeah, I'm coming, I'm fighting. Swear on the breath that I breathe, I'll never retreat, yeah, I'll be your army. You go to war, then I'm going with you. Pick up my sword, yeah, there's nothing I won't do. When you sound the alarms and the chaos is rising, leading the charge, I'm coming, I'm fighting. Swear on the breath that I breathe, I'll never retreat, yeah, I'll prayed for my downfall and I found a way to reconcile, 'cause in my heart it's not worthwhile. It's a bloody battlefield where some go down, others heal. In the end it's all the same. All you can do is play the game. Oh, do we say goodbye? Refuse to question why. I'm sad to say I'm sorry, so lie. Pretend that you're okay. Swear that you will stay. Keep trying for one day. I'm sick of all these lies. Don't care if I capsize. There's nothing left for me to hide. Don't wanna live a lie. Too many lows, too many highs. Too many things to criticize. And so I leave it all behind. Don't wanna live a lie. Life kept spitting at my feet and forced me down a dead-end street when all I had went up in flames, burning only dark remains. I cover up every part of my skin, oh, 'cause I don't like the person within, oh. I know I'm the one to blame. All I can do is take the shame, oh. Do we say goodbye? Refuse to question why. I'm too sad to say I'm sorry, so lie and pretend that you're okay. Swear that you will stay. Keep trying for one day. Whoa, I'm sick of all these lies. Don't care if I capsize. There's nothing left for me to hide. Don't wanna live a lie. Too many lows, too many highs. Too many things to criticize. So I leave it all behind. Don't wanna live a lie.
Mara's getting taken out. I want to see if they're gonna remove that Mirana. Feels like both teams really value it a lot. I guess it's not really a hero you wanna first phase ban, but we saw, you know, Undying bans and some kind of weird bans too. So I wouldn't be surprised to see it.
Radiant's turn to pick.
Oh,
There you go.
Lycan.
There it
Okay.
is.
I was gonna say, if your second pick maybe a little more likely to ban out that Mirana, Lycan moves all the way to the first couplet, is now that Undying who slips through. LatamDefenders will happily pick that up. A zombie in the jungle.
Radiant's turn to pick.
And Shadow Shaman on the other side. The Rave Master, Mr. Glowstick.
They were ready for that. It feels like they kind of knew that one was coming. So perhaps it was a scrim thing where they were just like, yeah, these guys just run a lot of Undying. Because I looked at some of their games, I didn't see it like that frequently lately.
10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
The RHA hero.
I'm surprised they actually get the Shaman versus Undying, because a Shaman usually plays a 4. I don't see the matchup of Shaman versus Undying as favorable. So kind of struggling to understand what's going on.
I guess what I'd say is that it is a ranged 4 that, like, if you're sharing the lane, that it's less for the Undying to abuse. Plus your right clicks are so heavy that depending on who you're pairing is, the Undying might get a, like, if you just take one step too far as Undying, you can just die from the shackles.
See, I was kind of thinking the opposite though. Like Undying's one of few 5s that doesn't really get bullied by the auto attack damage of Shadow Shaman like a lot of others, because he has the soul whip.
It's the commitment though. It's like if he is Nature's Prophet, if they like counterpick the Undying and then they have like a Blightstone or something, it can be kind of ugly for the Undying. Whereas if the Undying has someone that can like actually stun like a Wraith King or something, they can stun the Shadow Shaman, then he can also die. But
yeah,
I see.
I don't think it's like super one way or the other.
Well,
depends on the pairing for sure on the offlane hero with the shaman, and I guess this Lina, you know, pretty good. Could be 4, could be middle.
yeah, nice and flexible. They've got 9th pick, so you know if this is your mid, kind of makes sense to potentially reveal it early. Though not fun to play Coralina against Ricky. He's another one that we've seen banned out a lot. He makes it through, and that mobility, that burst damage, it's just way easier for Ricky, simply put.
Speaking of which, how do we counterpick Ricky? I like the slider ban instantly. That one's pretty good. But what core heroes, now that you've already revealed your Lina, theoretically, I mean, I guess obviously she could be mid, but like, who does Ricky actually hate to play versus right now?
Well, I feel like Lycan is a big one. Visage, for some reason, actually has the highest. Lycan and Visage are the highest win rates versus Ricky right now. With Mother and Night Stalker following along.
Well, because I thought Ricky was pretty good against Lycan. If you go for the Battle Fury Aghanims build, he just destroys all the summons and the Necro units.
The timings are just off. Like Lycan gets online much quicker than the Battle Fury on the Ricky. So usually, if the game is even, the Lycan should destroy. And they do ban the Visage. All right, so Lycan off, Visage off. Next in line are Broodmother and Night Stalker, and they do like to play Night Stalker on LatamDefenders. So I wonder if that's gonna show up.
Yeah, it's also pretty good with Lina, just because you're like a little bit of a front line, give her some space.
Yeah,
you just offer some control and tank ability during team fights. She can try and capitalize on that.
Yeah, I don't hate Night Stalker. I haven't seen him enough to really have a firm opinion, but I think we saw him a couple games in the qualifiers, and he had his moments for sure. He's still a really, really annoying hero.
Oh, Nyx is also pretty.
Oh my god!
Night Stalker Nyx. And
why is Nyx still
open.
in? And Puck. Huh. Wow, that's kind of strange. I mean, we saw there was a crazy game with Sammy Boy's Ricky versus Abed's Puck, and he was dipping and diving and dodging the Dream Coil like crazy. There was one team fight where he dodged it twice in a row that it was so chaotic, it was completely missed by the cast, and he was so sad. Hey. We let Sammy Boy down. He went back over to our stream, and he's like, no one even noticed, man. These sweet dodges. It's like, sorry, dog. There's like a billion
I trained
there,
for
man.
2 hours in a lobby how to dodge Coil.
What about Morphling versus Ricky? Same logic as why Morphling is good against Ember Spirit. Don't you just become the better Ricky if you morph him? Am I nuts? I haven't seen that. I'm just thinking about it on paper. Like an extra mobile Morphling sounds potentially good. No?
I feel like some of the benefits might be outweighed by the negatives, but I'm not sure.
Yeah,
like I said, I have not
that
seen
you can just sneak onto the Morphling and place the
cloud
the cloud before anything is super strong. Morphling doesn't like going BKB, and that's the only real counter besides, I guess, E-blading yourself. But like the cloud kind of sets up so much stuff on top of it. I feel like I agree with Trent. It's not a bad matchup, but I think there's better counters.
Oh, this is the Ether Shock combo. Remember this when Grimstroke first launched?
Yeah.
We saw this a lot.
Like the poor man's Lich.
Yeah, it is a lot of nuke damage.
Yeah. It can be team fight winning.
Double shackle.
Because it's one of few abilities where you get a double on everyone because it's AoE across all these targets. It's not just double on those two heroes that are stuck in the soulbind.
It'd be kind of cool if they made like a mag work or something with this. I mean, like giant wombo combo.
And I mean, this could be mid Grimstroke too. Probably a low chance, but
yeah, but they're 10th, so as you said, definitely possible.
Yeah, yeah. I liked his Grimstroke. I feel like he's been the MVP of a lot of games we cast in the upper division. Like the hero didn't really get any changes, but the hero feels so strong in this patch. I can really
I think other supports have just been nerfed a lot, and he's always just been very jack of all trades. Like I can push lanes, I can smoke and go for team fights. I have a good level 6. It just has a lot of nice parts, and it does eventually come out the Night Stalker versus the Ricky. So, time to try and capitalize on this vision.
Cool. I like it. I feel like Night Stalker is really good versus those two squishy supports. We're not sure if Grimstroke is a support yet, but this Night Stalker, if he ever gets a blink, he can just pretty much hard counter everyone drafted on EgoBoys so far. I would like to see a tanky offlaner for EgoBoys as well, because you know, whenever the game goes late, it's pretty cool to have a hero that you can hop on. Hopefully it's not going to be that bristleback from Sacred we saw. But, no, I think an extra... Yeah, Centaur is pretty cool.
Kind of a classic hero with the Shadow Shaman. See that lane a lot. A lot of nuke damage.
Mm-hmm.
Hard to deal
They
with.
could still go for the Nature's Prophet and could go like a little bit of a tankier build.
True.
Decent combo versus the Undying. Plus it works with Grimstroke. You can do the double ulti. It's not that strong though. It's a bit of a meme.
Ooh, back again.
Oh geez, how does this work now with the patch?
What do you mean?
What does Astral do now? They keep changing this. So when I originally tested Astral with Soulbind, the target who you didn't cast it on took double damage.
Really?
Why? What's the?
It was just the way the interactions worked with like who came out on what tick and all that crap. But now they've reworked Astral. And I would have to look. I'd have to look at it now.
But OD still gets the double buff for the mana steal, so it's still good to buff up his ult either way, right?
Yeah, and I guess now they should just both take one instance, right? Because okay, so never mind. Now it's just not complicated. So yeah, we're good.
In theory, I never realized it was that complicated to begin with. So cool.
It's because it was AOE, I think.
Yeah,
that's like whoever left afterwards would take his damage and the damage from the first one.
One of them frame perfect things. Those damn fighting games bleeding into our MOBAs. Get the hell out of here. Wraith King. How do we like Wraith King versus Rick?
It all depends on the build. He goes for. I mean Ricky. Like if he goes Diffusal Blade, especially with that Grimstroke, I think there's a lot. If he gets an early Diffusal, it's annoying as hell for the Wraith King to play. If he can go Battle Fury, it's just different. I feel like both ways can work, but I like the early Diffusal. I feel like people just stop going for it, and you can still get the Battle Fury afterwards.
You want to call Cuckahook's build right now, Bowie? Look like a god. Armlet Radiance. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Let me think.
Will the hook go straight Radiance?
I guess ideally you want to go Radiance, and they actually banned the Bristleback when we were mocking, huh?
Wow. Yeah, I actually really like their last two bans. I think the Pango ban was sick because that would have been a great way to try and control and annoy the Night Stalker. And as much as we've kind of hated on Bristleback, like Night Stalker and Wraith King, that's just a big nuisance for those two heroes. And if you know that they play it, then I can understand not wanting to deal with double goos and stuff. That'd be kind of cool.
Alright, they take the Nyx. I guess there's a chance OD could be middle, right?
Yeah, it could be mid, could be off lane, yeah.
I don't really like OD versus Wraith King in the lane. You don't really have any wave clear. I feel like OD might just get a better game if he lanes middle, but you know, it could be Grimstroke middle. There's a lot of potential switch ups they can go for.
I would agree. OD likes playing against Wraith King once he has some items and the game's broken out. But in the early lane, yeah, it's not easy. Those skellies are a real pain in the ass. And Wraith King has enough sustain that your orb harassment isn't that bad. It'd be
nice if they could punish the Astrals here with someone who can hit out of a setup. I mean, they have the Lina. They could just move the Lina to 4 with how much punish she offers in that exact situation. Or they could try a disruptor, just because it would be kind of nice to lock down the Ricky, but they'll go back just for a much more stock standard.
All right.
Earth Spirit. Good options for Shadow Shaman.
Lineup.
Yeah.
On Latam.
I mean, this Lina is ready to sit back and be a fireball turret. She certainly has the supporting cast for it. Jeez.
Yeah, that is nice. 4 big brawling heroes to try and hide amongst. And no one wants to hit Tombstone, despite them being it being the very first pick. By the way, it's an amazing Tombstone game still.
Yeah,
it's OD's worst nightmare. It's like, yeah, I'm never hitting that thing. I guess it doesn't really matter if you're off. Well, still kind of matters if you're off lane, but
as soon as that Mirana got banned, LatamDefenders were like, "Oh hell yes, give me that Tombstone, please."
Yeah, actually.
Not a lot of time here for them.
This is a tough one to call. I feel like they need some kind of front line though. Right now, a relatively squishy lineup in comparison. A bit elusive with the Ricky, but all right, they take the Enigma, so now you've got some really big team fight. The Sacred Enigma.
That's so so bold, actually. You're picking Enigma into Wraith King, and you're also playing Enigma against a lot of gap close. If considering they have a Night Stalker and so much vision, it's pretty easy for them to just jump the Enigma. Even if he has BKB, then he has to black hole whoever jumps him. Wraith King is outside of everything. I trust Sacred's Enigma. He's really good, but this doesn't strike me as the easiest Enigma game.
It's definitely not.
I'm trying to think how good the Night Stalker's game's gonna be. I think I like it enough. I think I'm going with the LatamDefenders.
Yeah?
Yeah, put me back on. I'll take him 3 games in a row.
You believe in
over with the Venom.
Valky? Okay.
Not so much with the Brood, but I also really like Night Stalker. One of my favorite heroes. So
comfort zone for Cuckahook on that Wraith King. But it is Ricky OD. I mean, those are 2 heroes that really scare me right now, just in terms of meta picks. Both of them tearing up my pubs. EgoBoys have some really scary heroes here. I kind of favor EgoBoys a little bit. As much as my inner bias for LatamDefenders wants to come out, I think I got a flip-flop here. Bowie, where are you?
Get your team fights though, right?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with EgoBoys, just because Sacred's Enigma definitely impressed me in that other game he played.
Okay.
But it is kind of a tough... I think this game's the last one we saw, that's for sure.
Okay, well, split panel here. Now over to the casters, Gare Bear and 1437. We need to hear your thoughts, gentlemen. What's happening?
Oh, Gare Bear, sorry. These nicknames. I've not heard that one in a long while. One of my favorites, though, for sure. Theban, game 3 here. It's all tied up between the EgoBoys and LatamDefenders. What are we looking at?
Oh, we're looking for a real spicy game. I think this is the game where there's no real like outdraft coming out from both sides. Both sides have like pretty even heroes, you know, a lot of the tier 1 heroes as well. I think EgoBoys, they got the Ricky, Odie, Enigma trio. I think these 3 heroes are pretty much at the top of like their roles at the moment. Maybe Odie is more like an offlaner, but in this game he'll be played again by the mid player. And on the side of LatamDefenders, you know, this Wraith King, I feel like he's been the best carry at the moment, at least in this region, right? Every game we see a Wraith King, he has incredible amount of impact in the games. But this Lina, man, this Lina is gonna have to do a lot of work. It's playing against Ricky. It's very hard actually to play against Ricky as a Lina, because you know you got that jump on you and you gotta make distance and stuff. And then as long as the Lina gets farmed, gets some damage items, maybe she can try to kill the Enigma while it's trying to black hole or something like that. I will say one more thing. This is the first time I think in my entire life I've seen someone pick Enigma into Wraith King.
Yeah, good one there.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that before. So
yeah, knowing that
be interesting.
Your black hole, if he's got reincarnation up, is going to do very little. But I guess you know, the focus on that Lina could potentially be there. Just black hole the Lina, make sure she dies, deal with the Wraith King a little bit later on. Because it's not just black hole, right? You've got this Soulbind with a double hex, the shackles, and Ricky with that smoke screen that can make life very difficult for 4 strength melee heroes on this LATAM side. Now heading into so many ranged heroes, if they don't make the connection with that first big punch of initiation, and they could get turned around on quite easily.
Yeah, and they're also playing into... Oh, go ahead.
No, mine's nonsense. You keep going with analysis.
I was gonna say, they also have a tombstone problem on the side of EgoBoys, right? They're playing Undying, and your cores are Odie, Ricky, Enigma. These heroes cannot really kill it, so they need to really like manage their way around fights so that if the tomb gets dropped, you get out, and then you can re-engage once it's down. And you're kind of like really dependent on LatamBoys to make some mistakes, essentially, in how they're gonna be initiating.
Have they changed this pause screen? Because it used to say like the game is paused. Now it says player has paused the game.
Yep.
When did they change this? Am I blind?
I think they just changed it now.
Like today?
Just now. Yeah. Or maybe we're just not paying attention to the pauses, right? Or like talking or thinking about the game or something like that. But it looks like the game's going to be on pause now. I see some goals.
We're ready.
Readies. Nice. Let's get into it.
I was just wondering what happens, like, let's say if I pause the game, or if, you know, Finol or Puppy pause the game, does it say their name, you know?
That'd be pretty funny, you know, Puppy pause.
Yeah, Puppy has paused the game.
Yeah. I think newer viewers nowadays have no idea what that even means or where it stems from.
The Malini police are coming, man. Malini's here
Blast
to
from
watch
the
your
past.
pauses. Yeah, it sure is. Watch that.
So I have a question for you, Gary. You have like a clear, team that you think is gonna win this game?
I always err on the side of Enigma. Whenever I see Enigma on a team, I'm like, you always have a chance to win. But I feel like with this lineup, with the Rick and the team fight combos they've got with Grimstroke and Shadow Shaman,
30 seconds to
Okay.
I just feel like it's easier for them just to see a target go kill them.
So are you willing to wager 5 techie games on stream? Are you willing to back up this Enigma that much?
5?
Okay. How about?
I mean, we're playing later techies with you guys.
No. Never mind. We're good.
Yeah, I thought
Never
so.
mind. Forget I even asked.
Immediately.
Backpedal.
Get out of here quickly.
Forget it. Forget I asked. Okay, but I will say though, I do like LatamDefenders draft a little bit more, although they don't like Lina and Night Stalker wouldn't really be considered tier 1 heroes in their roles versus like EgoBoys having a lot of tier 1 heroes on their draft, mainly because it's just it's Undying. Like the power of the Undying is not a joke when you don't have a way to just kill it. Like if you go in with a Grimstroke Soulbind or Enigma Hard initiates and then the Tombstone gets dropped, you can only kill like 1 hero before the zombies become too much.
Yeah, whose job is it? Like Grimstroke, go hit Tombstone, please. Something.
That's the saddest life ever as a support trying to hit Tombstone, unless you're a Snapfire.
Yeah, true. A bit of lane swapping going on around here. Wraith King TP's up top, and they leave the Night Stalker down here as EgoBoys, they set up a tri-lane for the first minute of the game. We'll see if they continue doing that.
They wanted to, I guess, shut down the Wraith King a little bit, but Wraith King, I think he's going to be okay top. Easier lane for Enigma though, up in the top. It's hard to dive this hero, especially on level 2 if he scales up the Midnight Pulse and drops it when you're diving him under a tier 1.
All about the Tombstone. And that mid lane, Lina 8-0 against the OD's 5 CS so far. Lena's such a powerful lane dominator. When she hits level 2, the Fiery Soul really starts stacking up with the right-click projectiles she's throwing.
Lina is... Yeah, go ahead.
What's the range difference here? 670 against 450? Jeez, that's
it's pretty significant. OD was definitely always considered not a favorable matchup against Lina, but this OD has 325 movement speed, so he can just definitely run in there, get Asher on the Lina and 2. The only problem is, first blood. Okay.
Yeah, that Undying, found out by Tana, who also snipes out the courier of Night Stalker. That's what you need from the tri-lane, isn't it?
Some kills?
Yeah, some kind of advantage, because you're all leeching experience in that bottom lane from each other.
Yeah, and they also got the lane back. That's like the best part about this tri-lane right now. Like, if the lane is pushed into the Night Stalker, then you got a big problem, right? And Undying is a hero who can actually fight into tri-lanes very well. You get some nice double or 3-man decays if ever that happens.
And try and keep that focus going, because they are sticking the tri-lane down here, giving Enigma that free lane up at top, or the solo lane there. Try and deny some creeps from the Wraith King, and also, dragging that wave back to his tower. The lane equilibrium, always in the hands of the Enigma.
Enigma's having a great lane right now, 2 versus 1.
Yeah, it's a good Earth Spirit pull to try and drag it back a little bit here. But the thing is, Enigma's kind of holding 2 heroes there alone, right? Like, if Earth Spirit leaves, then things become a bit tough.
Definitely. If he leaves, I don't think the Wraith King can just stand here.
So it would be really nice for that Earth Spirit to get into the Lina's lane. Maybe jump the OD.
Yeah, speaking of jumping the OD, it looks like a 2-man smoke rotation from the range supports going onto Lina. OD is asking for some kind of a play here. I was gonna say, like, they don't have good supports to gank the Lina with this OD Astral, but if you force it, you will be able to make it happen.
Especially around that first rune spawn. Like, knowing Lina's bottle is empty. If you kill her off, secure the rune, it really does shut down her lane.
She knows. She knows their support. there.
But they get the Astral from long range, level 3 Astral there, rolling from Earth Spirit, shackles, but the kickback stops the Inkswell connecting. Very well done by Moonlight.
Yeah, they get the rune at least. They don't let the Lina refill, but they also don't get the kill onto Lina. They spent a lot of time smoking to mid as well. A lot of wasted time from EgoBoys.
Sure is, and they've got to come back down bottom because Night Stalker's done a good job chipping away at Ricky's HP. And
and the lane's also pushing into the NS.
Yeah, you're true. Ricky's got a lot of HP regen though.
Yeah, he does.
Plenty of one charges. Rolling onto that Enigma, but again, Sacred, pretty tanky. Still has lots of regen to stick in the lane as well. And even with that Moonlight rotation mid, he feels a little bit lost. He's just going to be stacking, pulling, trying to grab up some bounty runes. Lina's rotated up here 4-1, but has she paid the price for it? Idle on damage, not enough for her nor Moonlight to die. They get up to high ground and they are safe for now. A little bit spooky there. I mean, Enigma has now soaked up 3 heroes' time in the top lane.
Wow. Yeah. That's pretty impressive, man. And that's like 3 stunners too. Doing some good work. I mean, this guy is not ranked 20 for nothing.
Yeah, true. And it also means this bottom lane, they've kept the Night Stalker and Undying away from the creep wave for a good 30 seconds. They've de-warded the Observer ward, and they should have access to that pull camp to drag the wave back if need be. For now, it's just going to be a go on the Undying. Shackles are ready, holding it in case the Void comes. Now the Void has been used. They drop the Tombstone, though, and a great Inkswell onto all 3 of them. But Tano's still the first one to die. The Undying, the tanky heroes, Earthspirit and the Night Stalker, difficult to bring down in the early stages of the game.
Oh, man. I mean, he got a 3-man decay there. Like, he just picked up 12 strength just like that. Healed. This is looking really bad for EgoBoys right now. Like, they went through the nighttime without getting a time without killing the Night Stalker a single time in this tri lane. That's really bad. He's got 21 last hits, about to be level 5. He's getting stronger. These supports are gonna fear this NS big time.
Yeah, he's got 2 bracers and a wand. Incredibly difficult to take him out.
Has some boots coming out too.
Radiant's middle tower can't handle.
So when you get yourself in this kind of situation where you're kind of running up against the brick wall of the Night Stalker, you know, Shadow Shaman is roaming in towards mid, but what's the overall game plan? Like, do they go and stack? Do they just sit near lanes and hope something happens?
Oh no, you can't afford to stack anything, right? Like, you don't really have the heroes for it too on the side of EgoBoys. Like, you gotta just keep trying to make some plays happen. Maybe drag the heroes away from the Night Stalker's lane and then go and gank him after those heroes left that lane. Because right now there's like Earth Spirit or Undying covering him. Maybe try to make a play onto Lina, but that's also hard. Lina's just shoving mid out with the Dragon Slave.
Yeah, then hiding by her tower. TPing now.
Here it is.
Astral Meteor Hammer stopped by that Light Strike Array, and Earth Spirit helped out with the Laguna Blade. They blow up the OD. Earth Spirit is, of course, taken out initially, but Night Stalker wants a little bit more. He's hungry for this Shadow Shaman. Oh, poor little guy, just burnt alive.
I mean, the EgoBoys, they're trying to make some plays happen with these catapults. First, the OD mid, he did a lot of damage there, but bottom, this second rotation got him killed, and the Lina making a clutch TP. Very well done by LatamDefenders.
Oh, it's created a nice bit of space for their true position 1 carry hero, the Enigma. Here's the one farming away. Roll towards Ricky.
Position 1.
Great connection from Moonlight. Inkswell, do we have a jump? No, it's silence time from Night Stalker.
Yikes. Ah, man. He's level 6 now, almost level 7. Ricky is still not yet level 6. I mean, it's safe to say that this tri lane has been a disaster after the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, it has not succeeded. Undying does get dropped here. Shadow Shaman shackles up that Wraith King who doesn't have mana. Can't actually pop Reincarnation, stunned by the Malefice.
Should be good.
Necro units chasing, but yeah, not fast enough. So Necro 1 on the Enigma now. It's gonna be real good against the Wraith King pre-shard. Get rid of all that mana, burn it through, stop the Reincarnation. That's a Wraith King with no wand going straight into armor.
Yeah, this game I like Armor, right? The other day I was talking about how the Radiance was like you should have rushed it. It's because, you know, they have a PL problem. This game, the Radiance is not gonna do that much.
Oh, Lina mid.
Mix it up.
She TP's in and is immediately astraled, meteor hammered, but the backup again from the Undying, she is perfectly fine. While Tano probably isn't. Yeah, the Tombstone gets thrown in and she secures the kill on the Shadow Shaman.
Yeah, you can expect that to be happening all game long, Gary. Every time EgoBoys try to do something, if the Tombstone drops, they're just gonna try to run away, cut their losses, and they will always lose somebody for it because there's such slow heroes on the side of EgoBoys.
I'm gonna try and defend this mid tower now, EgoBoys.
Yeah.
It is falling quickly. They cancel the meteor hammer because the light strike was coming. Shackles, no. Yep. Night Stalker's too speedy.
Okay.
Oh, that Shadow. Oh my god, Shadow Shaman, please. Don't walk forward like that.
Oh my
still skirting around the edges. They know where the Shadow Shaman is, and Night Stalker's coming for you. Doesn't have mana for the Void, so he's gonna get shackled up here. OD. I'll turn around with a bit of a hex, but the Earth Spirit rolls forward. Nothing dead just yet, but it will be Tano and the two supports, in fact, giving a double kill to the Night Stalker.
Well.
Good work.
Tier 1 tower's dead. Yep. They got the tier 1 tower. They also get 2 support kills. I mean, I must say, this first nighttime has been a huge success. 5-0-2. He's been part of 7 kills in the last 5 minutes.
Coming out of a tri-lane.
Yep.
And like the panel was saying, he's a hero that succeeds against Ricky as the game goes on.
Right. And this is like actually the time where EgoBoys should be doing something together, right? When it's daytime and it's just popped his ulti, he won't have it for the next 80 seconds. They should at least be able to get like a tier 1 tower bottom. I hope LatamDefenders won't be defending this because they're at a huge disadvantage at this point.
There's no need to. Bottom tier 1. Who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're saying they want to do something, but you look at the 2 supports, both level 5 on the Grimstroke and the Shadow Shaman. And again, you know, harping on this tri-lane, but leeching experience away from everybody, including Yuriki, does put you in a real bad spot because Wraith King's level 9, Earth Spirit's level 6, Undying's even level 6.
Yeah. And it's because you didn't also get any pull, right? Like supports, most of the experience come from getting pulls off, making your carry stronger, giving them solo XP and such. And yeah, this game is just not looking so hot for EgoBoys right now. I know it's only a 1k gold lead, but if you look at the map, what's happening, this is just nighttime. So EgoBoys don't look so bad. But once it gets, sorry, daytime. But once it gets nighttime again, we're gonna see LatamDefenders going off.
Shadow Shaman and Enigma both farming the same jungle camp together. Give me level 6, please. Let me use the Serpent Wards.
Maybe if he gets the Serpent Wards, they can go mid and try to take that tier 1 tower as well for themselves. They're gonna need something like that to happen. But NS will have his ulti ready. They're smoking. They want to do something with this Dark Ascension.
They sure do. They Yules up in Illusion mid though. Alone baits them out. And now Astral with Meteor Hammer cancelled again. It is just immediate. The reactions in from the defenders. 2 quick kills in a row. There's that OD and Grimstroke. They fall flat as they were the ones initiated. Again, it's EgoBoys initiated and just being counteracted.
Their counter initiation on the side of LatamDefenders is insane with the Earth Spirit and the Tombstone. Oh, they found the Enigma. Yikes.
Sacred. He can't run from this one. He's got a Blink Dagger and a TP. Maybe if he can get away from the kick, but the Yules is there. Chain stunned for days.
3 kills off this Dark Ascension. That's big time plays.
And your Lina and Night Stalker, 404, 505, unkilled, and starting to work their way towards this steamroller.
And the free farming Wraith King. That's something we have not talked about at all. Like, we don't even need to because the rest of his team is doing everything in this game. Like, they're pretty much winning this game 4 versus 5 right now.
Tell me, what's Wraith King's CS? 124.
A lot. Oh, he's getting gone on now, but his team will be able to come there and help him out.
He's got reincarnation.
There's no Night Stalker though.
Armlet ready. Roll in onto the OD, and this Meteor Hammer just hasn't worked. The Earth Spirit is on him every step of the way. Shadow Shaman trades for Moonlight's Earth Spirit, and the Sacred comes in. Black Hole's the Lina. That's a pretty decent pick-off. Using Black Hole for a single kill. Try and give it to the Riki, but Enigma steals it in the end.
That's good. That's a good kill. That's gonna lead into a tower take as well. EgoBoys needed this, but I think LatamDefenders, they're also not gonna be too upset about that with the Black Hole being spent there. They know that's gonna be gone for more than 3 minutes.
Yeah, Lina didn't lose too much gold. You got Wraith King out of danger, so he's now 1600 away from Relic towards his Radiance. Still a tower, an objective for EgoBoys. Boost that morale. Get back out on the map. But Theban, how long until nighttime comes? The darkness, it is starting to spread.
20 seconds. Yep. I want to see what kind of plays they're going to make for the bounty runes here on the LatamDefenders side. Because there it is. There's a smoke already. I want this bottom fight on the bounties. Get some instant kills. Kind of surprised he's going BKB first on NS and not like a Blink Dagger or something, so I can just get on top of that Shadow Shaman and the Grimstroke. Yeah. Or even the OD.
It would have been a great grab on both dire supports. Spot the Night Stalker coming and they run for the hills.
They run.
Get out of here.
We can't do anything against this guy.
But yeah, we talk about the space on Wraith King, Enigma. Riki is at Battle Fury now, 15.5 minutes in.
Yep, that's good. Not the best timing, but you know, considering the situation that his team is in, pretty good.
And this is where he starts to become a real pest. Accelerating, sniping out all of these quick waves.
Also never really... Oh, OD mid. Yikes. Yeah,
that is not looking too hot, but he's got Force Staff to create a bit of a gap between him and the Night Stalker, the double Astral, but just a swarm, this horde of Radiant heroes catching in onto Alone with Magnetize. Moonlight taken down though. When the Rikis come in to snipe out a couple of huge kills, monumental turn from the EgoBoys. 2 down, they keep the alive, and this Riki, he wants a little bit more as they shackle up, Hex, Yules, everything. The kitchen sink thrown to the Lina with the Serpent Wolves, but she is obliterated. Alone wants it for himself with the final Astral of the fight.
That was really nice. I mean, they tunnel vision so hard on that OD. They see that he just like 1 hit left. Earth Spirit rolled in. You know, he didn't drop the ult initially because he thought the OD would die. I think that was one of the biggest problems there. NS just running past all these heroes, just trying to get that OD kill. Pretty much put his entire team out of position. So very big counterplay here from EgoBoys during nighttime and Dark Ascension. Gonna put him a little bit more time.
And it swings that net worth lead from about 2,500 to dead even. Wraith King gets his relic though. So even if it's a lost fight, there's still a silver lining for the LatamDefenders, as that Radiance is about 1,000 gold away. 3 minutes left on that nighttime. Valky, just a little bit more for that BKB recipe on that Night Stalker. But look at this defense of the OD mid lane. He sits there, he astrals, he meteor hammers with 3 heroes behind him.
They can't really play with anybody else, right? The 2 supports. OD's essentially their playmaker here. Enigma and Riki, these 2 are like carry heroes, essentially just farming. Always want to be farming.
They might spot this Night Stalker up top.
Yeah, one of the most annoying things about Riki is that he's so hard to catch with his back, because he just uses 1 tricks on the trade. It kills out the creep wave. He doesn't even show up on the minimap when he uses it.
It's like a blurred P8.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah. Oh, Tombstone. Undying, not gonna drop it right away.
Earth Spirit's getting stunned up. Astral Meteor Hammer also catching a target. Night Stalker stunned. But yeah, you're right, that Tombstone. You called it. Every time it's dropped, EgoBoys know they can't clear it up, so they retreat.
But it's good. I mean, if you get away with all your heroes after the Tombstone gets dropped, that means you have like a small window where you can re-engage away from the Tombstone. And LatamDefenders needs to make sure that they don't fight without their Tombstone either, because that's just their #1 team fighting tool.
Don't get drawn away from it. It's like, you know, playing into vision. You don't want to get drawn away from your wards. Don't get drawn away
precisely
from that Tombstone.
Lina going for the BKB next. We saw, who was that? Chris Luck, right? Where he went like Yules into BKB straight. This is much more of a greedier Lina build, I guess. You know, going for the boots of travels first. Still doing all right. Did die twice though. After
I want to say
pick up.
getting away with it, but barely. Definitely allows her to rejoin the fights and dodge away from that gank, which was coming just now into the bottom lane.
Yeah, I would like to see LatamDefenders do something with this Radiance up on the Wraith King. They also have the NS BKB up. I know it's going to be daytime in about 30 seconds, but they will have the Dark Ascension ready. And you can use that to win a battle.
It feels like go time. Shadow Amulet for the Undying.
Spyglass at hand.
Time to pop that smoke.
Here we go.
5 heroes altogether. EgoBoys moving down towards their ancients and their triangle farming spot. Trying to stack that up a little more for the Riki. And I think Odie and Riki, they know this is happening. They're going to do a kind of loop around back towards their triangle and hope to not get caught. Perfectly dodged.
I mean, they wanted to play around the bottom 2 bounty runes as well. They're gonna get those, and now they know exactly where LatamDefenders are because they're not contesting these bounties. They're on the top side, so we just sit on the triangle, wait for them to run into our vision. EgoBoy is feeling great.
They smoke up themselves. Yeah, Ricky's farming ancient still.
Ooh, this could be a bad smoke. Yeah.
Eidolons, they know that someone's nearby. Now Shadow Shaman sees an opportunity for Hex, Shackle, Serpent Wards onto the Undying, but he pops his tombstone. Shadow Shaman gets bladed.
You gotta get out, man.
Night Stalker's hunting. Yo, this Night Stalker's going in. 1v2. Roll from Earth Spirit. A little bit too far away from him. The Riki, he is shredding that Earth Spirit with the Battle Fury, and now a Black Hole. Solo onto the Night Stalker. Sacred says, cool. Good initiation. I'm gonna take you down.
I mean, he was going in because he popped his Dark Ascension. He's like, there's no way I'm settling just for a Shaman kill. And his team just couldn't keep up with him. So a pretty big mistake on the side of Night Stalker. Should have been okay with just a Shaman kill, seeing that his teammates were way too far away to back him up. And now they're going for Alina, top side. Oh, she better TP out like 3 seconds ago.
Oh, it looks like she's just fast enough. Full staff, Hex, the catch. Oh, I was wrong. I was ever so wrong. Lina getting shackled up, and this OD with Grimstroke, Shadow Shaman. Good Yule's dodge on the Meteor Hammer, but it is inevitable that she will die. The backup from Earth Spirit, it's arriving. He rolls, he silences, but the Astral's going to be there, and he's probably given his life away for nothing whatsoever.
No, Undying is here too.
Wait, Undying's coming in? He tombstones, Shadow Amulet, Soul Rips, runs in onto the OD. I have no idea what the plan is here, but he's going to 1v3. The Undying with the Wraith King here, they've made it work out. Oh my goodness, South American Dota's finest. Run at your opponents, kill them until they are dead.
Yeah, this Undying just manned up, man. Dropped the tomb. He's like, he made the calculations. Okay, these guys, if they kill me, they're gonna die to the tombstone. If they kill the tombstone, I'm gonna kill them. So, with the support of the Wraith King, it was just enough. I mean, that Wraith King does mad damage right now. He's enormous.
I mean, he's gonna kill the Enigma now. He can't blink. He doesn't want a BKB. Enigma gets found in the trees. And with... I mean, I thought EgoBoys were starting to come back in this game, but even during daytime, the LatamDefenders just bring the numbers.
Yeah, you know, there's such thing as gas, right? Like, once you've spent your ability and you've killed a couple of heroes, it's time to get out. And EgoBoys, they just wanted more. They didn't know when to go back and refuel, and ended up getting punished for it.
I guess the last couple of fights were without the Riki. So worth mentioning now, does have the Aghanim Scepter, a Chrysalis coming out, Daedalus queued. It is a very, very farmed Riki at 13,000 net worth.
I mean, he's on par with the Wraith King, even a little bit ahead, but I want to see what kind of damage he's going to be able to do in the next fights. What we're looking for, EgoBoys, is a kill on the Undying before he can get any spells off. If somehow the Riki can do that, that's how they win the fights.
It's such a weird thing to hear. Focus the Undying before Tombstone. You know, usually it's focus the Enigma before his Black Hole, or the Tide before Ravage, whatever it might be. But yeah, his Tombstone is Incredibly important linchpin part of the team fights here for the Radiant. Well, Lena's starting to use those travels to shove out the waves. Has BKB ready now for the next team fight. As Roshan gets kind of encircled here by Radiant and Dire heroes. Everyone's itching for the fight near the pit. But it's the Dire that get in there first. How long on those Lena travels?
They know.
10 seconds.
They know. The Serpent Ward dropped outside the pit.
Oh, you're right. Still no Lena for 10 seconds, though. She's very distant, but she's going to grab a DD on her way in. As Ricky initiates, tricks the trade, nearly slaying Moonlight. He'll get the jump forward. But the Wraith King BKB has arrived, clears up the Shadow Shaman, while Enigma, he gets a black hole onto two of them, but he's still being whacked. The Wraith King was outside of it, in fact. And now the OD jumped on by the Earth Spirit. Ricky's going to get blown up. They drop the Sandy's Eclipse, but it's all lights out now for EgoBoys. 3 heroes shredded. The 4th, the 5th, they're going to fall too. The OD alone doesn't have Astral, can't Meteor Hammer. Oh, wow. He's gonna turn and die and give his life, as he knew it was forfeit.
Yeah, huge BKB from the Wraith King as well, and I have no idea why EgoBoys were even trying to do a Roshan attempt there. Like, their heroes do such little damage to Roshan, and giving up the opportunity for LatamDefenders to pop that Dark Ascension, get complete vision of the team fight. Tombstone, same thing. Vision of the team fight, get the perfect kills off first. And now Enigma doesn't have Black Hole either when they revive, so they can't really go out and fight.
Did he miss Black Hole?
Yeah, he missed Black Hole on Wraith King. Yeah, he did. He did.
It's like, initially, I see the Enigma in between both of them, and my first thought is, it's a 2-man Black Hole. I say it, and then I look with my eyes, and I'm like, wait a second. Wraith King just hits him.
I mean, you were safe to assume it was going to be a 2-man Black Hole.
That's what I thought.
But you know what, we need a shard, man. He's got to get some big plays going. He's got to get some like 4-man black holes with the shard and get the Ricky tricks of the trade into an OD Sandy Eclipse. Turn the fight around.
It's probably where Enigma's probably wishing he bought Midas instead of the Necro. I mean, they're throwing spells on this Wraith King, but I don't know what else you want to do. It's a good jump on the Earth Spirit, though. Ricky, Inkswell dodged by the Yules. Now a Soulbind comes. Wraith King pops his BKB as the Night Stalker sprints towards the Dire high ground. They get the double. BKB's there still for the Wraith King and the Shadow Shaman. A defensive Astral by the time the Ricky, he's hitting them. Night Stalker gone to the tricks of the trade, and the Wraith King's first life now down as the Reincarn is popped out. And Lena just gonna give a casual Laguna Blade to the back of Ricky's head.
Yeah, that was a little bit of an embarrassing goal there from the Wraith King and the Night Stalker. Because the Wraith King popped the BKB, he felt like he had to go in and make a play, getting his team out of position. Oh, no Black Hole on Enigma, just blinking in though.
I mean, Ricky is killing these heroes so quickly. Lena's BKB, the help from the Glimmer Cape, a bit of safety for her. OD, the Force Staff with the Astral, can he get it in time?
Catch if they can get it.
He is so far away. The Wraith King with Fate is barely speedy enough, and a Light Strike Array blind, I believe, on the Ricky to stop the advance from the Dire heroes, gets them out.
Yeah, they had the ward from the Radiant side there too, seeing the OD. Wraith King was just able to his side, line of sight, using that.
Night Stalker's back. Theban, where do you think Night Stalker wants to go? Tier 4s? Fountains this time?
I don't know. He's insane right now.
He just wants to go in.
Yeah. I mean, it was a little bit of a mistake, right, from LatamDefenders, but at the end of the day, you look at the map control, they're back where they were. You know, it's as if nothing really happened.
And they do still have Aegis for 2 minutes on Lena. Something that they could fall back on. Ooh, everybody from the EgoBoys all grouping up in the mid lane. Black Hole is back up, so they probably want to try and bait out a fight here close to their high ground. Buyback wise, looking at Ricky and Lena with them. He jumps straight high ground. BKB Night Stalker stances up a couple of heroes, but a Black Hole's decent from the Enigma. Not going to get cancelled out this time. That Tombstone is on the high ground and it is slowing them down. They can't retreat. Ricky's been found. He's blown up by the Laguna Blade. He's got buyback and might need to pop it now. Shackles? Oh, Shadow Shaman doesn't stand a chance. Cannot stay in that fight. The Wraith King reincarnates and the OD. Another kill secured. A double for the Lina. Enigma's in trouble. They're trying to move forward, but a Hex and Shackles in there is allowing the Riki to dish some serious damage. Slays the Earth Spirit and Undying. A two-man Life Strike array, though, from the Lina allows the escape from Night Stalker and Wraith King. Riki, Enigma, they're jumping. Night Stalker's incredibly fast, but his Dark Ascension ends. Riki wants to keep chasing, but that's a Night Stalker with a lot of movement speed.
Huge win from LatamDefenders. They
get away with
all through the... Oh, okay.
I don't know how he jumped
Gets
high
Aegis,
ground.
though.
Meteor hammering, taking the Aegis. Now, where's the rest of EgoBoys? Kill. There is no BKB. There's a Blink and a Yules. Maybe up onto the high ground, get him away. No, the Lina's been traded out. Now, Riki there with the tricks.
Yeah, that word caught off the Lina. And they get 1 kill, but that was 3 buybacks, Gary. Shaman, OD, Riki, all buying out in that team fight. I don't think LatamDefenders are going to complain about that one. They're just going to get back on the map, maybe wait for the Lina first. Get a kill on one of those heroes. They're gone for like pretty much, what, 90 seconds at this stage in the game? 100 seconds?
Yeah, exactly. I guess they've just got to be careful they don't bleed out anymore, because if you start feeding away an Undying or an Earth Spirit hero there, EgoBoys, they are already on your side of the river. Could start to become a little worrying.
The only issue with that is they don't really have much tower damage to chain those kills into quick objectives.
On EgoBoys?
Enigma Islands? Yeah, is that pretty much their best tower hammer?
Necro 1 Meteor Hammer. Yeah, they've definitely itemized to try and help it out.
Oh, Riki though, he's going for the Daedalus and then straight into the Rapier. Let's hope he gets there, because that's going to be pretty fun if he can get to that Rapier Daedalus point.
He's just going to be like one-hit killing the Earth Spirit and Undying. Like one trick to the trade, both of them dead. And we're still yet to see the Black Hole with the tricks, aren't we? You know, that actual combo. And Grimstroke sliced up by the Wraith King, one of the heroes of the die that does have buyback. Shadow Shaman returns to base, spotted by the Earth Spirit. They want to try and pick him off, but a great Hex shows off the Observer Ward on the high ground, but you keep the Rasta alive.
There was something I noticed in the last team. After the Riki bought out, he blinked into a really weird position, but they didn't have any sentries or dust on him because both the Undying and Earth Spirit died. So I'm looking at this Night Stalker and I'm like, hey man, where's your reveal? Where's your dust? Like,
Gem time? Yeah.
Yeah, if these two supports die, like this Riki pretty much becomes invincible after that.
It's a good shout. I mean,
I mean, I see a world where they're losing fights because of it. Okay, Earth Spirit got a gem?
Yeah.
Okay, solid. I mean, we might want to give that to the Night Stalker though, so you kind of like, you know, split up your reveal amongst your heroes. So in case the easy ones die first, you still got something.
Do you trust him? Would you trust the Night Stalker with a gem?
I hope he changes his playstyle if he has a gem.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I agree with you. Night Stalker would be great with the gem, but the way he's been playing has been very aggressive.
Yeah, he has been.
Maybe take his foot off the pedal just for a couple of seconds.
I think you need to anyway. That's just the right Dota play, right? Like putting the gem on the Night Stalker is just the correct Dota play. Yeah. At this point, you're gonna have to do it.
Well, a bit of lag there for some of the players, but it looks like we should be good to get back underway. EgoBoys making a bit of a base camp in their northern jungle, and the Radiant going to be taking over that triangle for the multi-push into mid and bottom lane. Kidless Lina now. She's going to be giving out some hefty right clicks. Kind of interested in his OD's build. Blink, Force Staff, Meteor Hammer. He's all about catch. But with no BKB or anything, he can't really stand in a fight and do much. Very mobile, but very squishy.
Yeah. I mean, does Lina Daedalus will shred that Enigma.
Unless he Shadow Blades. And there's no reveal around.
Possible.
They get a catch on Grim. Again, he's the one with buyback.
And it does have the gem too now, at least. That's good. So Earth Spirit has a dust. Undying chilling with the dust.
They're trying to bring
Can
down
you still
Radiant's top
Shadow Blade while black holing?
Yes, you can.
Just making sure.
You can Shadow Blade while TPing.
You can do that with most invis spells, can't you? G and stuff like that, yeah.
Indeed.
I feel like there's
Really
one
nice.
that you can't, like Bounty Hunter invis, I can't remember, but you can do it with like 99% of them. Wraith King going down to bottom, nearly at Abyssal Blade. Should be able to clear through a couple of waves there and finish it off.
We're gonna have two Abyssal Blades for this name of BKB now. Wraith King and NS. Almost.
Damn.
They're just waiting for nighttime on LatamDefenders, plus the Roshan potential spawn. Because it is day right now. Don't want to just pop your Dark Ascension and then get nothing done and give an opening for EgoBoys to come out and fight you.
Try and suck them out of the base. Nobody's waiting for buybacks. That's what I'm looking at right now. Grimstroke is the only hero in the game with one.
Yeah, I mean, the EgoBoys need everything they could possibly get. Shadow Shaman does have a blink. They can get a catch on this guy. He has a gem. That's an enormous catch right now.
A huge pick off. I mean, they're just blowing him up. Night Stalker isolated.
What you doing there, buddy? All by yourself. Like, he pushes lane so slowly, and he's trying to cut creep waves. Cannot be doing that.
I don't know if they noticed the gem. It's in the middle of all the Serpent Wards, but they're going to make the jump on the mid lane with a black hole catching Lina. That's all they need. A double kill for now. Chasing Earth Spirit too. Ghost Scepter's there. He's silenced up by the Phantom's Embrace. The smoke screen as well. He's just chain silenced. He can't roll. He can't escape. A triple for now as Cockahawk does dispatch with Tano's Shadow Shaman, who went the different direction up to the high ground.
Yeah, I think him and Alone were trying to look for more, but then the Wraith King's like, me? You want me?
Well, they might get him. He's got BKB and Reincarnation still. He turns and fights. Stun in onto the OD, but he force-staffs low ground. Ricky wants to try and dish out some damage here with the tricks of the trade. Enigma close to death from the Wraith. Back in time, and Ricky straight in again. Cockahawk is glimmered. And returns to his own high ground again. Another jump. EgoBoys, they are desperate, thirsty for blood. The Ricky, he loses the Inkswell, he nearly pops that reincarnation, but that lack of reveal is becoming apparent, and you said it. That gem was required, and now they've lost it. It is looking
They got it
bad.
back.
Oh, did they get the courier?
Yeah, they got it back. They apparently EgoBoys did not check the Night Stalker that he had a gem before they killed him or during the time he was showing. So they do get the back. They do get the gem back. I mean, that would have been a huge win for EgoBoys. Like, I mean, like game-changing win if they had that gem, because they were already having a big problem with this reveal. LatamDefenders dodging a bullet.
Just left it in the middle of all the Serpent Wards. Didn't realize there was a gem. And now it is Roshan time. LatamDefenders knows there's no black hole for 40 seconds. Aegis and Cheese gonna go the way of this Wraith King and Lina. And it goes back to the same situation as before. High ground defense from the EgoBoys up against this Wraith King Night Stalker, who are incredibly tanky frontliners with both of their supports helping out.
Lina once again with the Aegis. That's gonna make Ricky feel uncomfortable just trying to go straight for her or trying to black hold Lina either.
Oh god, Enigma blinks and Shadow Blades away as they did have vision over him. OD? Wait, who pushed him? Is that a psychic headband on someone? Getting pushed around a little bit. Ricky, he's jumped into a silence. The Abyssal Blade, the jump, the catch on Ricky, put him up. The black hole comes. They do get a great one, but Ricky's already dead. They have no damage. They won't finish anybody off. The Wraith King's first life, he will drop, but the Lina stands to the ground. The Aegis gets popped out as Ricky desperately scrambling for any kind of kill. Finds Moonlight in the end. 3 for 2 with triple buyback from EgoBoys, but that Ricky jumping into silence was a disaster for them.
Wow. I mean, he had a BKB, but he didn't click it. That was a 5-man black hole, Gary. That was the game changer right there. If Ricky was still alive to be able to get that trick of the trade off. Oh, the cleave on all those here. Oh, damn.
We've been waiting for it, and that was the opportunity, but Ricky dying so quickly.
Yeah,
put a stopper in that plan.
Exactly. That was also a 5-man black hole without a shard. So Some epic plays, but no real follow-up in the end. So sad for EgoBoys there. And they had to buy back on all 3 of their cores too, so their item progression is getting halted big time. That Riki was getting quite close to that rapier, not anymore. Astronomical price, yeah, that's what your buybacks costed you.
Oh yeah, they still hold the cheese on Night Stalker as well, so they can give that over to the Lina, give her some semblance of that second life again. I guess the bright side is that the tier 3 is still standing. Like, that was a high ground hold, but
yeah,
that is phase 1 in the LatamDefenders playbook. How do we breach the high ground against these heroes? Kill them once, force the buybacks, go again round 2.
Yeah, and let's think about other wins too. I mean, they got rid of the Aegis. That was a very early Aegis. So, I mean, LatamDefenders, maybe they'll feel a bit uncomfortable just like making another push attempt like that, because they won't have the Aegis on the Lina again. And 5-man Black Hole will put some fear into LatamDefenders' hearts, I think, because they know if that Riki was alive, they just lost that team fight big time, and the gem.
Yeah. It could have been monumental for them. Riki's still heading into that rapier as well. Is only going to get stronger. How's Wraith King scaling from here on out? Because he feels like he's to that, you know, that limitation of Wraith King with the Radiance and the armlet.
Yeah, he's gonna get that Swift Blink. That's gonna give him a lot of attack speed, damage, movement in the fights. He can jump straight onto the Enigma, burst him, or the OD or something, and then we'll probably end up seeing him replace his armlet with the AC and then replace the Radiance with the Rapier. I think Wraith King nowadays has plenty of options for late game items. He's a brilliant like rapier carrier, to be honest. He went for the reincarnation fire blast though. I don't like that one bit. I think the 2-second motor build. Right, like they're not even focusing him pretty much. So if you go for the Mortal Strike cooldown, like you jump on someone, you hit them, you abyssal, you stun them, like you can get like 2 or 3 crits in during that time. Every hero is gonna die to that combo.
Yeah, that's all the difference maker. That's all you need. Like, you think about it, how many reincarnations is he going to have in a fight? 1? Maybe 2.
I mean, and you have to die in order for that reincarnation fire blast to go off, right? Like, it's maybe decent when you're behind or something and you need to utilize your ulti, but he's not. He's ahead. He's the one killing people and not dying. They're focusing his teammates.
Yeah, he's not the bait that's been dangled in front of them. He is just a guy they ignore.
Yeah, you can even argue if he gets his reincarnation use is bad, because then they can black hole him.
NS stalking the Enigma. And they found him with the Abyssal Blade. He's dead for 100. Tano's gone. LatamDefenders, they found the pickoffs they need. Is BKB'd up. He turns, he tries to tricks, but this Wraith King's too tanky. He doesn't give a damn about you, and he's pummeled into the ground by the rest of them. 2 dead without buyback for a minute and a half. 2 minutes for that Enigma and Riki.
Yo, Grimstroke's got to get this mid wave out now. Okay, he's not. He's maybe afraid that he might get jumped, but he does have a buyback. I would have definitely tried to at least slow down this push middle, because that's the only way they're gonna get to the high ground and end the game.
Good luck, OD. Solo defending the tower. Arrow of Atos, roll from Earth Spirit. They want him to have a BKB on OD. Kick. Exactly, that's what I was saying like 10 minutes ago, is he can't do anything unless he's making the jump and killing them off, but they've all been wiped. OD and Grimstroke shredded. And the tier 4s come tumbling down as LatamDefenders taking it here in a 2-1 series over the EgoBoys. And a bit of an upset there.
LatamDefenders. Well, they defended. That's for sure. They defended against the EgoBoys.
The best form of defense is offense, right? They've been very aggressive through this series, looking incredibly hot. 38-22 with a 27k lead to end that game. But I think...